I have an announcement to make. Scotty. I'm on Hunger Strike, Scotty.
How are you on
Hunger Strike. Hunger Strike.
I mean, you're literally right in front of me.
After this slice of pizza, I'm on Hunger Strike, Scotty. Because this greedy chat refuses to give us money.
Damn.
Disgusting. I ain't eating a bite or fucking making any more content to these motherfuckers. Give me my due.
You have
Pay
the
me
devil.
what I'm worth, you bastards.
You have the devil is due.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Pieces of fucking shit.
It's not like one of those preachers that's mad their congregation's not giving them enough money.
Yeah.
Y'all going to hell. Y'all going straight to hell.
All those they are. But you don't get to know that because you ain't giving me a fucking red cent. Give me your fucking money.
Why do you want money so badly?
Shit. What?
So why do you want money so badly?
I don't know. Capitalism.
Oh, okay. Fine. Normally your pizzas are look like dog shit to me, TJ, but that one actually doesn't look too bad. Looks like pepperoni. Pepperoni and black olives. That's all you got on there?
Fuck it, man.
That's a pretty good pizza.
It's been so sneezy around here lately.
So that's kind of pizza I can respect, TJ. Most times you get some nasty ass shit, some mushrooms. TJ likes a
mushrooms ain't got nasty piece of shit.
Mushroom, pineapple.
Mushrooms ain't fucking nasty. Pineapple is fine.
Grilled onions,
Grilled onions? How the fuck you don't like
grilled onions, green peppers, banana peppers, just a bunch of weird, random assorted toppings. You can't I
went to a Waffle House the other day and I ordered the
All-Star.
No, I don't really get that anymore. I usually get the cheesesteak hash brown bowl.
Brilliant. Yes, give us money.
Money. You get the cheesesteak hash brown bowl and shit, and she was like, "You want onions in it?" I'm like, "Bitch, why are you even asking me that? Who the fuck doesn't want onions in it?" She's like, "Well, some people don't like onions." I'm like, "Some people can go fucking to the camps. That's the first motherfuckers going in the camps. Onion hating stupid motherfucker. Like, oh, I hate fucking deliciousness. I hate when the flavor of food is enhanced tremendously by the presence of onions."
Yeah, I really
get the fuck in the camp.
I really go to Waffle House when I do. I usually get the patty melt one, and it's like, "Do you want onions and bacon on it?" It's like, yes, yes, I do. And I'll tell you what, they fucked up my order last time. They didn't put it on there, and it was way less good, dude. I mean, I like onions. Don't get me wrong. It's just like with pizza, I'm just picky. I'm really picky about what I want on a fucking pizza.
Yeah, if the onion on the pizza is not cooked enough, it can be kind of distracting.
Some people love onions. Like Taylor will just eat a fucking raw onion. And I'm just like, nope, can't do it. I don't like onion that much. I like onion. Onion is good to me when it's put in a dish or when you cook it. Like raw.
Our dad, he would fucking he was an onion loving motherfucker. He would
slice of onion that
he'd make a fucking goddamn burger and he would literally cross section of onion, like an entire fucking thick cross section of a whole ass onion. He would just slap it on that burger and be like, "Oh yeah, that's the good shit.
That's a good burger."
I've done it a few times myself. It's pretty good, but I would never. I don't know how you can get in the habit of it. It's too.
Yeah, Dad, would you like some burger with your onion? I guess. I suppose.
See, smart person. If you don't like onions, you're subhuman. Simple as yes.
I don't like raw onions, so if that counts, then I guess I'm subhuman. I like cooked onions. I love fajitas, for example, and the caramelized onions. That's some of the best part of it. Just the raw shit I can't do. I'm too picky. Funyuns are greater than onions. I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, Funyuns are kind of limited. Kind of limited with the Funyun. Onions, it's almost in every dish you eat. Like you like beef and broccoli, onions. It's like garlic. Oh, people say "Oh, I hate garlic." It's like, I mean, then to be honest with you, a lot of dishes you probably like, you actually don't, because garlic is almost.
Now here's finally a good fucking patron right here. Finally, a patron worth.
Good afternoon,
gentlemen.
Shit. I hope you are both doing well on this fine day. Good day to you.
Thank you kindly, P. Rowe or whatever the hell. Your
P-Row.
$20 contribution to our greatness is noted. And when the great purge comes and sweeps the lands, you will be spared.
Thousand Island, grilled onion, lettuce, cheese, greasy ass patty melt. That sounds pretty
Greasy
good.
ass.
That sounds pretty good. But you have to do it right. There has to be the right amount of dressing on there, because some people just go overboard with dressing. Like they don't let each flavor speak for itself. That's when I have an issue with Thousand Island or those other heavy dressings. Like they just like want to douse it. It's like too much. Same thing with mayonnaise. People put too much mayonnaise on shit. Like mayonnaise is good, but don't give me a gallon of mayonnaise. Give me the right amount.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste.
Well, yeah. We obviously hear a number of refined gentlemen.
Yeah, we got some refined motherfuckers up in this audience. They know. Ow. This mic just attacked me. You see that?
No, I didn't see shit.
Garlic is where it's at. Oh, yeah.
Not if you're a vampire. If you're a vampire, stay away from garlic. Just saying.
Are you guys going to cover the Kent Hovind video I sent you? I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Yeah,
You ain't sent it to me, bitch.
Who'd you send it to?
Yeah. Where'd you send that shit?
Did you like download the video, put it on a flash drive, and like toss it out your window? And you're like, hope they cover it. Like,
Gave
I don't
it
know.
to a raven and was like, deep fat fried, please.
Send to us on Twitter. I mean, I'll go look at our Twitter.
I ain't seen nothing.
Tweet.
You can send it to my Twitter.
Well, I mean,
Where
maybe
that
send it to
is.
the deep fat fried Twitter, TJ. Didn't think about
What
that.
a terrible
did you?
place to send it.
Deep fat fried pod.
Get it, Scotty.
I'm looking right now. I'm looking. I don't see anything. Messages. Video. Someone made a bumper for Deep Fat Fried. I see that. I don't see anything else though. Here's a video for Cringe Rap. No? Where'd you send it, buddy?
You ain't sent us shit, you
You
lying
didn't
son of a
send
bitch.
fucking shit.
You ain't sent us shit, you lying scumbag.
Hey, what the fuck with this shit, man? Oh, man, I sent it. You didn't send us a fucking thing.
This guy, he comes in here talking all his shit about how he sent us some fucking shit, but he didn't send jack shit.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Burn in hell,
I don't
you
see a
cock-sucking
thing.
piece of garbage.
I don't see a thing.
You ain't sent us a goddamn thing.
Looking here? No. No.
Where is it?
Then
Where is it? If you sent it, where the fuck is it?
they didn't send it, man.
Here it is again. Just send it to me. Send it to my Twitter. TJ Does Health. Send it to that shit. At TJ Does Health. Which used to be my fucking Twitter for weight loss and shit, but now it's just my fucking Twitter.
You were banned. You were banned. TJ was banned.
Piro
He
says
was banned.
for $10, got a promotion recently. And who else deserves my 15K salary increase than my favorite content creators? No one.
No one does.
I don't know if you got family or friends or any of them people,
They definitely don't.
but they'll all
deserve it.
betray you. Your family, they're just looking at your money with greed. We look at your money with love. We love it. And we love you. Come here and join us.
Well, Scott have any sort of internet career without his older brother? Probably not. I don't think I would be.
I think Scotty would actually. I think if we went to the alternate universe where I didn't exist, Scotty would be like a fucking high-paid like litigator, winning class action lawsuits and fucking making the big bucks and shit.
suing
What
the
is
shit,
this?
suing the shit out of everyone.
Yeah. Do you want to make an appreciation post for Peyton? Keep up the good work. Peyton, fuck you.
Look, I met this Peyton guy recently. Terrible
Just
guy.
because you gave
Terrible.
me $10 in the name of Peyton, I'm subtracting that $10 from Peyton's pay.
Terrible. Look,
I don't know if that
terrible.
makes sense, but it's
Peyton,
what I'm doing.
TJ, excuse me, TJ. Very important thing about Peyton. I don't know if you know this about Peyton.
Terrible.
Terrible guy.
Yeah.
Virgin guy. I don't mean to disrespect Peyton, but he's a virgin. He's a virgin. He said he had sex, but did you see him have sex? Did you see Peyton have sex?
No,
I didn't say Peyton have sex. He's a virgin.
I've never seen it.
Okay, so I'm gonna point that out. Virgin.
I've never seen it, and I can't even in my mind's eye.
Yeah, can you even imagine it? I'm asking people in the audience right now. Can you imagine Peyton's sweaty body mounting a beautiful woman? I cannot imagine. I'm sorry. I can't imagine it. I can't even think of it. If I did, I'd be sick to my stomach. Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, I might be. I should just let's just move on. But terrible person.
Peyton hates animals. Very true.
Dude, Peyton does hate animals. Like every episode he pulls, an animal is going to die in a horrific way, and he's like, "What?" And
I don't understand. What's wrong?
And then the little foo-foo bunny was obliterated by artillery fire. Oh,
yeah, and then it died. Horrible, horrible death.
How dare you? Look, how dare you say that? Justice for me. Justice for Scotty, not justice for Peyton. Terrible guy. Horrible person. Look, I know people. I've met a lot of people. I've met you, in fact. I met TJ. I met everyone here pretty much.
I love animals. So he's saying he wants to fuck an animal. You heard it here, folks.
Me think thou doth protest too much. I love animals. I love them. Yeah, you love to watch them die. You love to watch them suffer in pain.
He's one of those fucking animal raping, animal killing pieces of shit.
Bestiality. Dude,
yeah,
Peyton's actually one of Peyton's ancestors was actually on the Mayflower and was actually convicted of bestiality with a turkey.
Yeah,
little known fact about Peyton.
And that's actually the fucking true origin of Thanksgiving. Funny story. That's the same turkey that Peyton's great grandfather.
He stuffed the turkey, but he literally stuffed the turkey.
That's where the fucking tradition of stuffing the turkey goes. That's why they used to call it Peytoning back in the day. Because his ancestor was also named Peyton. You know, actually Peyton is the family name. His name is Peyton.
Right. Of course.
Yeah. And you know. That's how it all started, you know.
I can't believe
is a horse whisperer.
What's this?
What happened?
I can't believe Peyton invested in McDonald's for the source of ensuring more animals are slaughtered. I know.
Yeah.
They're actually we didn't poll because this episode's not about Peyton, but there's actually a thing of him at a shareholders meeting where he's all like, "I want harsher conditions for these animals." And McDonald's executives. Like, I mean, think about this. McDonald's executives
Peyton stood up and made this impassioned speech for if anything, these cattle are treated too goddamn well, if you ask me.
I mean, think about this, ladies and gentlemen. Corporate America had to push back, like, no, actually, maybe we want to marginally improve the conditions. Marginally, at best. And then Peyton was like, no, worse. More despicable.
Look at this suspicious statement. I don't have sex with chickens.
We didn't accuse you of that.
Yeah, we said
one of
your
ancestors
had sex with a turkey, you know? And I'm just saying,
different kind of bird. Different kind of bird, right? Look,
who knows, man?
We know birds here at this show. We know birds, and a turkey is not a chicken, and a chicken is not a turkey. There you go.
Real sus there. Real good.
Yeah, and who says that? I've never had sex with poultry. It's like, really? Oh, okay. Well, fascinating.
And he goes on to say, like, I've had to kill a couple, but they were suffering.
Yeah, after what you did to him.
He just goes in the chicken coop. He's like,
oh, Peyton, why do you even try?
He just looks around his chickens and stuff. He's like, wait a minute. You look like you're suffering, little chicken. The chicken's just like sitting there like, Peyton's like, oh, you're suffering, aren't you? It's time to die. Brutal.
Damn.
I think we've gone too far.
Whatever.
Anyway, talk about Disney and shit.
Yeah, what's your topic again?
It's Disney versus the source material.
Oh, wow. Wildly different from what I understand.
In most instances, yes. This is actually, we were talking shit about Peyton, but this actually was one of Peyton's ideas. He pitched me like a bunch of like, how about this? And I'm like, fuck that, that's garbage. How about this? Garbage. What about this? Garbage. How about this one? Nope. Total fucking trash. And then you got to this one, and usually, so Peyton's like a fucking weird Disney adult and shit. You know what I mean? Like these like adults that actually are like, still obsessed with Disney.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So usually when he fucking says his Disney shit, I'm at the point where I just veto it across the board. Like, nah.
No Disney.
Nah. We ain't doing no more Disney shit. But then he put this one out there, and I'm like, you know what, Peyton? Probably by accident, that's actually a good idea. So here it is.
So cruel, TJ.
You know. So yeah, I picked a good topic. Is the point here? You know.
I mean, yeah, of course. It sounds like it. It sounds like, look, people brought you ideas. You selected an idea. I mean, so really, it's your genius here.
DFF equals Ben 10. You know, my best episode. You know what?
Wow.
You go. Maybe one day, Peyton. Keep on living the dream.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't envision that episode.
All I am right now is a fucking belch, sniffle, and sneeze machine. I hate whatever is going on right now in the air.
Belch, sniffle, and sneeze.
I mean, I guess the belches are because I'm drinking fucking carbonated soda, but like the sniffles and the sneezing is because some horrible fucking pollen or dander or something.
Look at my light, TJ. Isn't it beautiful?
Oh yeah.
Wow, look at it. It just looks like I have a fucking orb here. Ah! It fell down.
Fuck.
I bought this light years ago, and I'm like, I'm finally gonna use this light, and it's worthless, dude. It's too bright on camera.
Yeah,
It's
you
too
turn it.
fucking
I did a screen test with it one time because I'm like, maybe this light, and then I turned it on, and it was like.
I'm just gonna use it as a decoration.
Yeah, just put it. You're better off just put it in like your living room. Be like,
yeah, it's gonna be my
pretty
room.
rain cloud or whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna be some shit like that. I have this like I'll show you real quick what I want to do. I told you before we even went live. I found a place that does custom ones, and I want to have this made into a neon light.
Yeah,
for my set.
Cool. I want
my face to look like melty if possible.
Melty face.
People told me that image disturbs them. That's why I like it. I'm like, oh, cool. I want you to be disturbed. I'm just that kind of guy. Oh, you're gonna be disturbed by this? Perfect. Excellent. That's creepy. So what do you know about this shit, TJ? Like, I've read some of the Brothers Grimm shit. Not much of it though, but my understanding has always been most fairy tales. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You're fine.
Most fairy tales.
I'm an interrupting loudmouth piece of shit, so you gotta fucking scrap for every fucking nugget of speech.
But a lot of these ancient fairy tales, which they are, most of them are ancient, have like some pretty interesting origins. But of course, like back in the day, things were a lot more brutal, so there's a lot more brutality. I would say, like as the modern versions of them have become very sanitized, where it's like they're bloodless.
Well, look, so. The Grimm versions of these fairy tales are not the original versions.
No,
in fact, if you like really look deeper in the origins of these tales, a lot of the Grimm versions were actually brought, they were like, these fairy tales, they actually
are ancient. Yeah.
Yeah, but they sanitized them for their time. Like the Grimm versions of fairy tales.
Cinderella, I know, was Egyptian, I believe, in origin.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these stories are fucking very old. Some of them kind of like hard to trace back. There's versions of Cinderella where the wicked stepsisters are like putting like magic shoes that make them like with like nails and shit inside that make them like tap dance to death and shit. I mean, like it gets fucking nuts.
That's fucking metal, dude. I want that version for Disney. It's all like, oh, put on these shoes, my dear sister. Like, finally, you treat us right. Ah! And they're dancing to death like nails. That's like Pinhead. That's like Pinhead meets Disney, which I
have such suffering to show you.
I'd be totally fine with a Cinderella / Pinhead crossover.
So we're not only going to do the Grimm fairy tale stuff. We got plenty of other shit to talk about here, but we're going to start with this website. Very handily has Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Sleeping Beauty, and Cinderella kind of like already just laid out for us. Then we're going to look at some other ones like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, Jungle Book. We got Pocahontas, Little Mermaid, and Hercules. So let's take a look. So this one, Snow White. This is pretty handy because it just kind of like, it's just column based, shows you like what's in the Disney version, what's in the Grimm version, and what the similarities are.
Enhance.
Sure thing.
All right, cool. That looks good.
So, in the Disney version, the queen just asks the huntsman to kill Snow White. The apple is the only trick the queen uses and succeeds. The queen is trying to drop a rock on dwarves to kill them, and her plan backfires, and she falls off a cliff. Karma's a bitch.
Ooh,
I always thought the way the queen dies in that is so fucking stupid. She basically like kills herself like with a whoopsie.
Yeah, she does.
She's like, well, I slipped. And now she's just, okay. The villain was defeated by their own clumsiness.
Hoist on her own petard, yeah.
A handsome prince comes and kisses her, which brings Snow White back to life. What's with Disney and this handsome prince crap? I don't know. All right, let's talk about some of the stuff in the Grimm version. Wicked Queen does not want Snow White's heart. She wants Snow White's lungs and liver. Yeah, sounds like the Wicked Queen is turning into Hannibal Lecter. Or Hannibal Lecture.
Hannibal Lecture.
Yeah, that's Hannibal's lesser-known protege. Hannibal
Lecture. Allow me to lecture you on the finer points.
Allow me to make a long, tedious speech about all of your failings. One of her hunters brings back boar's insides to her. She boils and eats them, thinking they're Snow White. So basically, like, the queen in the original was like, I'll eat this fucking, I'm going to eat this, and then it's going to give me, like, confer some of Snow White's beauty onto me, I guess.
Cool. I mean, that makes sense to me. It's pretty much known if you eat somebody, you're like a nematode. So you're going to get all that knowledge and all that beauty and all that shit.
I know,
right?
right?
Into you.
Yeah. It takes 3 attempts. It takes 3 attempts to kill Snow White in the original. Each time the Wicked Queen uses the same disguise, Snow White must not be too fucking smart.
Yeah, the first time it's like,
hey, it's me, the old crone who tried to murder you twice. I'm back now with a new thing. But this time you can trust me. I've turned over a new leaf. I swear.
Right. I trust you.
All right. A prince does not come and kiss her. A prince comes and he thinks that the body is so beautiful, so he wants it. Necrophiliac much? The servants drop the coffin and a piece of poison apple dislodges from Snow White's throat and she is brought back to life. Wicked Queen does not get chased off a cliff. Wicked Queen is invited to Snow White's wedding. When she gets there, she is forced to wear a pair of red-hot iron shoes. She is forced to dance in those shoes. She drops dead. Maybe I was thinking of this one, actually.
Cool.
So, yeah, she's like forced. All right, yeah. Wicked Queen, for your fucking bullshit, put on these fucking red-hot iron shoes and dance till you're dead, bitch. Dance, dance till you're dead. So here's the similarities. Evil Queen is Snow White's stepmother in both versions. Yeah, Queen relies on a mirror to tell her who's the fairest of all. Snow White is the housewife of 7 dwarves and cleans the house and makes dinner for them. The evil stepmother tricks Snow White into letting her into the house and eating a poison apple that she's made for her. And Snow White is naive in both and gets curious as to what the peasant woman is selling and lets her in, only to be brought to her horrible, horrible death.
Well, not really, though. Because she, the apple gets dislodged and she ends up living.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how that works. Because, like, if you're poisoned, like, wouldn't the poison just take effect and you would die? I don't know. It's a fairy tale. So
that's not how poison works, Scotty. If you poison someone's food and then the food, is removed, dislodged from their body, 3 days later after they're dead, they immediately come back to life.
So, but if you choke, also, that's not really you dying of poison. That's dying of you can't breathe. You can't get oxygen to your brain. The rest of your body.
Sleeping Beauty, Scotty.
Yeah, I'd imagine people have a lot of problem with this one now.
Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping rapist. Let me come visit you.
God damn, that fucking bitch in a coma is hot. She's fucking hot.
Yeah, that's what like a male fantasy, like hot chick who like you're preordained to rescue and then bang. But of course, she's asleep.
Went in that room and like she was asleep and stuff, and
she's dreaming.
But it's romantic, it's good.
Yeah, it's romantic because you're madly in love, good in love with someone you've never met. But
it's fated. It's fated, Scotty. All right, so in the Disney version, princess's name is Aurora. Princess is arranged to marry Prince Philip. There are 3 good fairies, Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather, who give gifts to the princess.
Hell yeah, give me some gifts.
Maleficent places a curse on Aurora because she was not invited to the birth or whatever the fuck. And on the 16th, she's gonna, that fucking shit.
Prick her finger on a spindle.
On the spindle of a spinning wheel. And die.
Actually, Maleficent, this is actually a thing with Disney nailed the villain, in my opinion.
Yeah, Maleficent is pretty cool. Merryweather changes the curse so that instead Aurora will fall into a deep sleep. Spell is broken when Aurora is 16, not 15. The fairies give her the nickname Briar Rose while they take care of her in the forest and raise her. They don't tell her about her past, and they try to trick Maleficent by living like mortals. Aurora meets a young woman in the forest. Sorry, a young man in the forest. It'd be more interesting if it was a young woman in the forest. She finds out about the past. Her past goes to the castle, follows a little bit of light, and it takes her to like, oh, I can't help but prick my finger on this spinning wheel.
It's like, oh, what? I gotta do it.
Maleficent captures the prince in her dungeon, but the fairies save him. Maleficent turns herself into a dragon, which is fucking badass.
You always
like,
love that scene.
What does
like,
she
I was
say?
obsessed
She's
with
like, now
this
you
movie
will deal with me,
mainly because
prince,
of that, though. Because like
and
Maleficent,
all the powers of hell. I love how she just has all the powers of hell at her like disposal. Like Satan's like, sure, go ahead,
carte blanche, whatever you want to do.
You're
want to
cool.
be a dragon that breathes some like weird green fire? Go
so
for it.
you know that even after like Maleficent got a happy ending, because even after she died and went to hell, you know, like Satan was like, yeah, you had a good run. Want to be my girlfriend? You know, Maleficent and Satan probably started dating. You know, that rhymes. Maleficent and Satan probably started dating. Okay, Prince kills the dragon, goes and fucking gives the princess a non-consensual kiss, and bam, she's awake, and bam, happily ever after. The end.
Perfect. That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes.
And now, the real deal. Or the other version of the story.
It's already
there's no real version. It's not like, you know.
While on a walk, the queen saves the little fish who got stuck out of water. The fish thanks her blood and know that she will finally bear a child.
Yeah, the fish is like, yeah. Thank you. You will bear a child.
Yeah, you saved me.
How does the fish know this? I don't know.
Fish know.
The princess's true name is Briar Rose. There is no arranged marriage for her. Fairies are referred to as wise women. There are 13 wise women in the kingdom. All were supposed to be invited to the party, but the king and queen only had 12 golden dishes. They were afraid the 13th wise woman would be offended if she wasn't served her meal in a golden dish as well, so they just didn't invite her. The 13th wise woman puts a curse on the princess for claiming that she will die at age 15, not 16, by pricking her finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel. The 12th wise woman still needed to give a gift to the princess, so she lessened the curse and promised she would not die, but sleep 100 years. The princess never hides with the wise women in the forest. She stays with her royal parents on her 15th birthday. You know, the prophecy just happens. I guess no one told her not to, you know.
Yeah, they're like, we're not worried about it. You're not going to prick your finger on a spin.
The prince comes across the castle and its inhabitants on the 100th year, which is how he is able to get in the castle. Now, if you think about it, the prince gets the hots for a 115-year-old woman, or should I say raisin. The prince and the 13th wise woman never fight. In fact, the 13th fairy isn't mentioned in the story at all after the curse is laid. The kiss isn't what wakes Briar Rose. It's a coincidence that the prince kisses her as the curse expires. Haha, and he thought he was special. So there's no.
Damn, so the prince didn't do shit, dude. He just she showed up. He was just a fucking cherry kicker or a glory grabber. He just showed up.
He just showed up at the fucking like. She was gonna sleep for 100 years, no matter what. He just happens to show up at that exact moment. It's like, hey, a fucking hot, passed out chick starts making out with her, and then she just wakes up halfway through, and I guess she's into it. She's like, cool.
Wow, finally.
I like being fucking date raped by some weirdo. This is cool.
Either she's 115, right? So I mean, either she ages normally until she's just 115, or he's trying to bang a 15-year-old.
Aren't you guys too old for Disney? I don't really know if you can be too old for Disney. There's definitely an age at which it's not acceptable, I think, to be obsessed with Disney. But like, I don't know. I don't really feel like it's like you can't like, I am now past a certain age. I am no longer allowed to have any affinity for any of this any longer.
Well, a lot of people grew up watching these Disney movies.
Right, like, so children. I mean, like, this is like shit from my childhood that I have nostalgia for too, you know?
Yeah, it's not like I watched Sleeping Beauty on a weekly basis or something.
Like, man, let's go, dude. Let's fucking pound back some brewskis, go watch some Sleeping Beauty, brah. I
mean, yeah, like, I don't think you're too old for. I mean, like, it's not like some Paw Patrol shit or some stuff like that. Then sure, but this is just also it's an episode discussing this, not like we're watching it.
Anyway, similarities: the king and the queen want a child. There's a celebration for the birth of the princess, and evidently the curse ends up being a deep sleep in both because one fairy decides to save the princess from death. All spinning wheels are ordered to be burned. So Not really a whole hell of a lot in common, honestly.
No, not at all.
Honestly, I think the Disney version of this story is probably more interesting. This one kind of doesn't really have much going on.
No,
because pretty much after the curse is laid, like
nothing happens.
Yeah, like the princess just fucking, they don't make any attempt to like thwart it. Maleficent is no longer a fucking, you know, like the 13th wise woman is no longer much of an antagonist and shit. So I don't know. I think actually the Disney version is probably a more interesting version of this story. I think that a lot of the changes they made were like to up dramatic tension more than they were to sanitize the story.
One's a story and one's a visual medium. So I mean, I definitely think it benefits from that. And like I said, the changes they made actually made sense and actually enhanced the story. So yeah, the original one kind of sounds boring. I don't think I'd even read it, to be honest with you.
And finally, Cinderella.
Cinderella.
All right. We got a lot to go here, so I'm just going to plow through this. Ella's nickname, Cinderella, doesn't specify. Only explains that her father was a widow. Doesn't go into grave details about her mother. Cinderella's father dies. King wants grandchild, so he holds a ball, hoping that his son will find his future wife. Lasts one day. Can go to the ball only if she completes all her chores and has something appropriate to wear. Her mice friends transform her mother's dress into a ball gown using stolen materials. Stepmother sees the dress and is furious, and she has that as she has stolen their things, not allowed to go. They actually rip the dress apart. So Cinderella has a fairy godmother. Fairy godmother grants the following wishes: pumpkin to coach, 4 mice to gray horses, gray horse to a driver. Wait, huh? I never thought about that before until I actually just read it out.
Yeah, the horse actually,
the horse becomes the driver and the mice become horses. Okay.
Whatever.
Dog to coachman, Cinderella's dress, ruined dress into a blue and white ball gown, has to leave at midnight. Protective figures are mice, bird, dog, and fairy godmother. Leaves the prince at the ball because it nears midnight and she must be home before her original form, whatever. It restores the fucking shit is reversed. Sisters try to squash feet into slippers, but they're too big. Too bad hostess didn't shut down in their day. I don't know what the fuck that means. I guess they're saying they're fat. They're not even fat.
They're fugly.
Stepmother trips the Grand Duke, who was holding the glass slipper, causes it to smash everywhere, but Cinderella whips out the other slipper, tries it on. Oh, the shoe fits. You are Cinderella, blah, blah, blah. Stepsister's fate is not detailed. All right. Meanwhile, in the Brothers Grimm version, Ella's name, Aschenputtel.
Aschenputtel, you're so beautiful, Aschenputtel.
Aschenputtel, get to work, say Aschenputtel. It's like, all right. Because she sleeps near the hearth where all the ashes gather. Okay, cool. Cinder. Okay. Yeah. I get it.
Cinderella.
Ash, cinder. Okay. Yeah. Gets into more detail about Cinderella's mother's death. Her father never died. He was alive and just allowed all this to happen.
So just a fucking prick.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna abuse your daughter. Okay, baby. That's what you need to do. That's between you guys.
I don't want to get involved. Just abuse her. It's okay.
I mean, The prince holds a royal celebration to find his last 3 days. She ain't got no mice friends.
Damn. No mice friends?
She can go to the ball only if she completes the task of picking 1, then 2 basins of peas out of the ashes in 1 hour. What? Calls to her bird friends who help complete this task. Still is not allowed to go.
What the fuck, dude? So she actually does it. She has like her little bird
well, like they gave her an impossible task, hoping that she couldn't do it, and then
she did it. So I mean, you figure they gotta say, all right, you can go.
They're just like, still can't go. No fairy godmother appearance. Hazel tree above mother's grave grants her wish.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. The hazel tree grants her a wish of gold and silver dress and golden slippers. No deadline to the magic.
I mean, that sounds
Protective
nicer.
figures are a bird that's nested above her mother's grave. Leaves prince first night, escapes into pigeon house. Second night escapes up a pear tree. Both nights she slips back into usual clothes. I don't even understand what the fuck is going on there, but whatever. The stepsisters cut off their heels and toes so they could fit into the glass slipper.
That's pretty metal, dude. It's like I'm not gonna make this fit.
I'll make it fit, motherfucker. Cut my toes off.
I think the prince is going to realize pretty quickly that it didn't fit you.
Yeah. The prince is alerted of the stepsisters lying by 2 carrier pigeons, who then peck out the stepsisters' eyes. The stepsisters live as blind beggars for the rest of their lives.
This is what happens if you lie. Birds will come peck out your eyes. Oh, why did I lie about Cinderella? Why did I lie about poor Aschenputtel?
Her name? Aschenputtel.
I'm so sorry, Aschenputtel.
Aschenputtel. Please give me back mine eyes.
My organ. Give me back my organ, Aschenputtel.
Her name is Ella in both versions, which has different nicknames, obviously. Stepmother and stepsister still treat Cinderella like a peasant, loses her slipper. In the Grimm version, it was gold. In the Disney version, it was glass. Prince will marry whoever fits the slipper, and Cinderella tries the slipper on, and it fits fucking perfectly because it's her fucking slipper.
It's her, yeah, I mean, of course.
Fun fact. Walter Elias Disney himself said Cinderella was who he related to the most.
Wow. If that's true, then the stuff he did later on in his life, he ended up becoming more like the wicked stepmother than Cinderella.
Well, you know, as Confucius once said, Scotty, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Confucius said that?
Yeah, Confucius, Scotty.
That was not Confucius, dude.
That's Confucius.
Well, okay, I'm gonna look it up right now.
That's Confucius. What said that?
Confucius said that.
Yeah. The great Confucius, Scotty. The cycle of abuse, Scotty. The cycle of abuse.
Turn up, TJ.
A few minutes of TMZ does the same. The same as what? The same as what?
Damn, dude. It's official. Confucius said it.
Yeah. Scotty's fact check has availed him of the truth.
Confucius 100%. Oh, TJ, what the hell's going on here, man?
Peyton! See,
well,
Peyton, stop using this IBB.co bullshit.
Yeah,
because half the fucking time, this shit does not fucking work.
Yeah, don't do it, Peyton.
Stupid fucking Peyton. Finally.
All right. Hunchback of Notre Dame.
This movie would be really good if not for these stupid fucking gargoyles, dude. These motherfuckers bring this shit down from like, I don't know, it's probably not a 10, but they bring it down from like a solid 8 or 9 to like a 6 with their goddamn japes and hijinks and shit.
They're funny, TJ. They're a couple of funny guys.
You with the Aschenputtel? Or live long enough to become Disney?
Die the Aschenputtel?
Die, yeah.
You'll die. Or you live long enough to become the Disney.
Disney. The Gargoyles from the Gargoyles show would have been better. Well, yeah, that show kicks ass.
Dark fire.
This movie gave me nightmares when I was a kid. I mean, there's a lot of fucking scary imagery in the movie, which is all the more reason why these gargoyles don't fucking belong here. Like, you literally have a scene of a fucking, like, priest. I guess he's not a priest in this version. He's like a Judge Claude Frollo, but he's like an extremely religious fucking nut, singing about like his tormented sexual desire for this gypsy girl with this like big dramatic score and like all this like hellish imagery and like processions of like hooded figures standing in fucking judgment of him and shit. And the flames encircling his body. And then the next thing you know, you got fucking Jason Alexander like, cut the cheese.
Hey, Quasi.
Hey, what's up, Quasi? It's like, oh my God.
Sure, it does suck to live in this tower, doesn't it? Hey, how you doing?
Shift fucking blues, brah.
Dude, Count Frollo is great, man. Great villain.
But here's some of the stuff they changed, right? It goes on and on and on. It's not that long, I guess. All right, so characterization. One drastic change in characterization we found in Quasimodo. In the original novel, rather than being a lovable, lonely character from the Disney adaptation, Quasi is deaf from the bells and understandably mean. He is not the main protagonist, a dubious honor that falls to Esmeralda, but still plays a large role in the action of the novel, working for antagonists and protagonists alike. At the start of the novel, he is blinded with his devotion to Claude Frollo. whom Quasimodo's feel beholden to for raising him. Quasimodo spends the rest of the novel deciding who deserves his loyalty. Another character Disney drastically changes is Captain Phoebus, an antagonist and overall creep in the original work. He has changed from being a manipulative womanizer to a protagonist working with Esmeralda and Quasimodo to fight Frollo. In the novel, Phoebus is a noble-born captain of the archers who saves Esmeralda from being kidnapped, causing her to fall in love with him. He uses her affection to convince her to sleep with him, but is prevented by Frollo stabbing him in a fit of jealousy. When Esmeralda is accused of attempted murder, Phoebus does not defend her and allows her to be convicted.
He's like, bitch, you got me stabbed. Go to
In the
gallows.
Disney version, Phoebus's less desirable character traits are left out, and he is combined with another character, Pierre Gringor, whatever, allowing a more sympathetic character for audiences to like to emerge. Claude Frollo, the main antagonist in both the original work and Disney's retelling, also underwent changes. In order to be more appropriate for a children's movie, one of the main changes is his profession. In the original work, he is the archdeacon of Josas, I don't know. While in the Disney version, he is the Minister of Justice of Paris. Despite being changed to fit a children's movie, the Frollo presented in the Disney version is much a darker character than the original. Disney presents him as being without any good or redeeming characteristics, while in Hugo's work, readers see his capacity for compassion and motivation behind his actions. By simplifying the character of the antagonist, Disney removed Frollo's depth of character and his humanity.
So yeah, there's no nuance. Yeah, Frollo in the movie is just evil. He's just evil, filled with lust and desire. And can't see beyond that.
Evil, so evil.
Which is like, I mean, obviously Victor Hugo's telling of it is a lot more nuanced, with the characters having actually broad range of emotions and motivations. Where it's like, one sense this guy's he's good, but the other sense he's like, fuck you. I got hurt, I got stabbed. Let her be convicted. I put my neck out enough for her. I didn't get nothing out of it.
I mean, the pussy wasn't that good. You know what I mean?
I mean, look, I hit it a couple times, but that's all I need to do.
A major change in the plot made by Disney is the lack of protagonist deaths. In the original work, Esmeralda, Quasimodo, and Frollo all die at the end of the novel. Esmeralda is hung on charges of attempted murder.
That's very like a Greek tragedy, isn't it?
Yeah. Esmeralda is hung on charges of attempted murder. Frollo is murdered by Quasimodo, and Quasimodo commits suicide by wasting away at Esmeralda's grave. Disney sought a happy ending for their movie that was not present in the book, detracting from the power of Hugo's work. Yeah, but I don't know. If they had fucking stayed faithful, I'm pretty sure some parents would have been pretty mad. Just come take your kids to the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Then Esmeralda is hanged to death.
How dare you, Esmeralda, die?
The cruel, deaf Hunchback then murders the minister.
Like, fuck you, Frollo. You've taken the only thing I love.
Runs off with fucking Esmeralda's body and dies of starvation at her grave. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure a lot of parents in America would have been like, no.
That's why kids are a bunch of little wimps nowadays, TJ.
I know. Exactly.
You know what? That's how it should have ended. Because imagine that we were kids watching, they're like, okay, no, Frodo's gonna lose. No, Frodo does lose, ultimately. Quasimodo comes with a knife, kills him. Yeah, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't like these sanitized stories, dude.
Yeah. As Archdeacon, he's taken vows of chastity. Blah blah blah.
Oh, whatever.
He forays. Yeah, I guess he's like. I guess in the book he has some forays in alchemy.
What?
So people think he's like a sorcerer too.
Now, sounds way fucking cooler,
dude. There's an element they should have definitely kept. Because Frollo having some sorcerer shit would have been pretty fucking cool. Ah, yes, my alchemy has,
my alchemy has made you my slave. Yes, I must obey you. Yeah, there's so much cool shit he could have done, dude. Yeah, almost make him like a sorcerer, or he can do some cool ass tricks. Like he's standing in front of the fire and he makes the fire explode or some shit, and he disappears, stuff like that.
So yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of. The other stuff is just stuff they added, obviously the music is not. It's a book.
What about the annoying gargoyles? Were they there?
Let's find out. One of the best parts of the movie, the three wonderful. No. It's not wonderful. This person's a moron. Anyway, talking gargoyles helped transition the original work to movie appeal for children through the. Yeah, that was not in there. There was
Of
no
course.
cute. I mean, come on. There was no cute talking fucking gargoyles in the goddamn Hugo version. You know?
Yeah, Hugo's version that they might even if they had existed, they probably would have been some melancholy fucks that maybe it's like Quasimodo's like delusions. Like he talks to them, but they don't really, you know what I mean? He just looks at them, but they don't actually talk. You know,
I think
it's all inside his head.
I think the Bells of Notre Dame is a pretty cool song. A lot of people like that God Help the Outcast song. I don't really like it that much. I like Hellfire and I like Bells of Notre Dame. Those are both cool. But it actually does have a really good score.
Or Hellfire is
its original songs are all pretty good. Like even the ones I don't love are still like, I don't know, they're like a cut above a lot of the Disney movies that are coming out at the time.
Way better than the shit that comes out now, dude.
I watched the last Disney movie I think I actually saw. I don't know. I ended up seeing Frozen at some point. I hated that piece of shit.
Yeah, when we lived in Ohio, we all went to see Frozen.
Yeah, we're just like, let's see Frozen.
Because you were married to Holly
I
at the
regret
time,
that.
and she wanted to see it, and we're like,
oh right, she loved all those Disney movies. Yeah,
yeah.
But fucking, I watched the one I watched. I think the one I last watched before that, I watched Tangled. I know that. And
yeah, I've seen Tangled.
That one actually I liked better than Frozen. It wasn't as bad, but the songs pretty much all sucked. So I don't know. I mean, I guess there was a couple of songs. Actually, the villain song in that was okay. I think it was like called Mother Knows Best or something. That was okay. It wasn't as good as like, I mean, it wasn't even on the same fucking consideration as like a Be Prepared or like a Poor Unfortunate Souls or something. But you know,
that Silver Age of Disney stuff was just, I mean, they had great song after great song. I don't know what they did or how that was achieved, but
dude, why? All right, you people need to listen to me on this, okay? You people need to just listen, all right? I do not hate Lord of the Rings. I just think it's boring. I just am bored by it, okay? That's it. I think it's boring. That's all. I don't hate it. I admit
incredible tale of
it's well acted and there's beautiful cinematography and blah, 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 blah. All the things you say about it are true, but it's just boring. That's it.
It's not.
Boring piece of shit. Sorry.
No, not at all. Great movie. Great series of movies. Now, The Hobbit.
Peyton!
The Hobbit, there's a lot more hatred for me in that. I like the first Hobbit movie, the other two, unnecessary.
Oh, damn you, Peyton. Yep, it's the same on all these. All this shit does not fucking work.
Peyton,
you stupid piece of shit.
Don't pull these.
Don't fucking pull
legs.
this goddamn. I don't want to see this image BB shit ever fucking again. Do not pull fucking images from this fucking shit.
You're being reprimanded publicly, Peyton.
Go
publicly.
get that shit. Go use Imgur like a fucking normal goddamn motherfucking person. Stop with this fucking bullshit. All right. Ugh.
Peyton, if you're here, just don't pull it from that side.
He'll find. He'll hear it eventually.
Everyone go harass Peyton and tell him not to pull from that side anymore.
So the 1967 animated film based on Rudyard Kipling's 1894 book of the same name. Okay? Jungle Book. There's some differences, as you probably, would have surmised.
Everyone's on a big cuddly bear.
What the fuck, dude?
Wow.
So King Louis is not in the book at all.
What?
Yeah, the book takes place in India. Orangutans are not native to India.
Yeah, they live in like Sumatra and shit. They live in like what's that country? I'm trying to think of the country.
I don't know.
What the fuck is that? I don't know. Just keep going.
The vultures were not in the book either. They were originally supposed to be played by the Beatles, but John Lennon, is like, I don't want to be in an animated picture. This is before Yellow Submarine, when they said yes to being in a much worse animated picture, but okay. So, in the film, there are only two human characters. There's Mowgli and there's the young girl from the man village that he sees at the very end. And I would say she's not even really much of a character. She's just kind of like some like girl that entices him, like, oh, well, I'm gonna go back to this village, I guess. And then like the bear and the fucking panther just like leave, like he's fine. It's like this girl's just gonna show up like this. I found this random boy out in the woods, and her parents just be like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah, he can stay here.
Yeah, of course, why not?
So in the book, Mowgli actually goes to the village about halfway through the story and is adopted by a young woman named Masua, who believes he is her long-lost son. Mowgli proceeds to come and go from the man village throughout the book. Another character from the book is Buldio, a hunter who is obsessed with killing Shere Khan. I think you see him here. He was originally going to appear in the film as a secondary antagonist, but his character was going to be mauled to death by Shere Khan. Mowgli would later use his gun to kill Shere Khan, but Walt Disney was like, nah, probably a little much, guys.
Yeah, let's not go that far.
Jungle Book. The film made Gregory Peck quit the Academy because it wasn't nominated for Best Picture. What?
I didn't know that.
Huh?
I guess he was mad. I mean, this is back in the day when, like, Walt Disney won like an obscene number of Academy Awards, like 15 or something.
Yeah. You know, they didn't have a category for Best Animated Picture until I think after. None of these Disney movies was ever nominated for Best Picture until Beauty and the Beast was. And then the Academy immediately fucking created a Best Animated Feature category because they didn't want animated features to compete against, I guess, real movies, quote unquote, for Best Picture. It's such a bunch of petty bullshit. I'm glad that shit is not taken seriously anymore. I really hope in my lifetime they just stop. They just stop having this Academy Award bullshit. Or it just becomes so relegated to the back bin that no one even gives a shit about it anymore. And it's just like an industry thing.
Well,
that, you know,
we've definitely discussed that because, like, he's not here, obviously, but Paul has very strong feelings. Like, he's not a big fan of animated features. So I don't know. I mean, he might be, but I mean, also, I know he's not a big fan of the Academy.
TJ, acknowledge the hypno fetish of Ka. All right. Yes, that is a thing. There is a hypno fetish going on for sure. The snake hypnotizes you and eats you.
Woo, look into my eyes.
There you go.
Yes.
I've acknowledged it. I have officially acknowledged the weird hypno fetish vor aspects of the story. The wolf pack are almost completely forgotten after the first few minutes of the film. In the book, they play a much bigger part. For example, Akela, the leader of the wolf pack, is a more important figure for Mowgli, even sacrificing himself to save Mowgli out of love for him. And it is this action that makes Mowgli decide to stay in the man village. So then, motherfucker, goddamn you to hell, you son of a bitch, Peyton. I'm gonna beat the fucking hell out of you. The Oscars D-Pat Fried win? No. So Ka is not for comic relief in the book. I would argue that he's not. I mean, like, he's still a legitimate threat in the fucking movie. They managed to make him comedic and still scary. So whatever.
Have you watched the live action Jungle Book ever?
Hell no.
Neither have I. I was just wondering.
Hell no.
So I can't really speak to that one.
I did watch Christopher Walken playing King Louis and singing the song in a weird Christopher Walken voice, which was kind of insane, but whatever.
Kind of entertaining in its own way, like taken apart from the film.
So Ka in the books plays a much larger role, is instrumental in rescuing Mowgli from the monkeys, minus King Louis, obviously. In this version, they kidnap him for his knowledge. Bagheera tells Ka that the monkeys constantly insult him and think of him as a joke. Ka, Baloo, and Bagheera then proceed to rescue Mowgli and brutally slaughter all the monkeys. I guess the snake is also like a good guy in this version or something. Mowgli's brutal beating and imprisonment by the hordes of monkeys earns him Ka's respect. He's impressed that Mowgli is the only being that he knows that is immune to his hypnosis. Ka actually respects Mowgli in the book, and the two have a relationship similar to Mowgli and Bagheera / Baloo in the film. The two bathe together, wrestle, and Ka even helps Mowgli deal with problems the wolf pack can't. He is very protective of him and lashes out in anger to any that try to harm or eat Mowgli. What the fuck? They did this snake dirty. This is like one of the few
100% dirty.
I know. This is like one of the few good guy snake characters in all of literature, and they're just like, nah, he's evil. Fuck that.
He's a snake. He's a snake in the grass. Look at him. He hates him. He just wants to eat him. That's all he wants. That's it. That's it.
The fucking book has the snake. Like, it's about a boy and his fucking snake, man. The snake is supposed to be his homeboy. What the fuck? What?
Yeah, wow. I mean, like, they completely changed his character. Like, not even similar.
Dude, I would like that. I would have liked that fucking shit a lot better if that snake was who he was hanging out with instead of that dumbass fucking bear.
I mean, also that would have subverted your expectations. Like, dude, make the bear evil as fuck and make the snake his fucking homie, and they're chilling and stuff. Like, that bear's trying to come in and fuck him up, and he's like, no, I'm gonna protect you.
Yeah, justice for Slytherins. Why the fucking snake always got to be evil?
Man, you know why? It's the Bible shit, dude.
Yeah, stupid
The
Christian
serpent.
bullshit. The serpent is bad.
Serpent
Serpent.
bad.
Snake bad. Evil creature.
You slither around, you bad. Hey,
Fucking bastards. While Shere Khan is a threat and the main antagonist of the film, in the book, Shere Khan is defeated by the wolf pack in the first chapter of the book. What?
Oh, damn. He gets dunked on.
He is clumsy, lame in one foot, and resorts to hunting humans and cattle because he cannot catch deer. Oh, man.
Aw.
So wait.
Poor guy.
Okay. They did. Oh, man. Shere Khan dies in the book by being trampled to death by a herd of cattle. He is then skinned by Mowgli as his proud wolf father watches. In the book, Shere Khan has a wacky jackal sidekick named Tabaqui? What the fuck?
I like how the book was metal, though, dude. They fucking like, he's like,
dude. All right. Faithful adaptation win. Would someone make a fucking like faithful adaptation of this? Because the Disney version fucking sucks. This shit sounds way cooler and more metal.
Jungle Book has got to be in public domain by now, right?
Yeah. Let's get some money together and make a fucking goddamn real version of this shit that shows
Disney
fucking
can't argue
Mowgli
with the
hanging out
same
with
story.
Yeah, Mowgli hanging out with his fucking snake buddy. And this fucking bitch ass tiger just gets his ass beat in chapter 1. He ain't even a fucking threat. Fuck him.
I look forward to that. You get all these dumbasses in theaters like, oh, it's gonna be nice.
Jungle Book. Oh my God,
Shere Khan shows up.
Dead,
some cow, fucking stomp his ass. Oh, please. Mowgli takes out his fucking skinny knife. It's like, time to skin this piece of shit. Cause like, good job, Mowgli. Do it. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's make that fucking shit happen.
Isn't Mowgli the accurate movie version? Is that a thing? Is the snake his buddy in that version? Because if so, I might actually watch
the live
it.
action one, so I can't tell you. If it has happened, then good. I'm glad Disney fixed that.
So the most drastic change was the role reversal of Baloo and Bagheera. In the book, Baloo was strict, composed, and was Mowgli's teacher. Bagheera was relaxed, understanding, and developed a close bond with Mowgli. The film completely reversed the roles of these two characters, giving them each other's personalities and traits. Also, in the book, Baloo and Bagheera were not friends and cared for Mowgli separately rather than together. More backstory on the characters from the book. In the book, Bagheera, I think that's the panther, was born in a cage in the king's palace in Udaipur. What the fuck? Udaipur. And still has the mark of a human collar he wore. He managed to escape thanks to a broken lock. But he has kept all this secret from Mowgli. He is known as a formidable hunter and is even more feared than Shere Khan. Baloo in the book but Shere Khan's a bitch in the book, so who cares?
Yeah, he's nothing.
Baloo in the book teaches Mowgli about the laws of the jungle and frequently smacks him upside the head if he gets annoying. This happens so frequently that even Bagheera steps in and asks him to tone down the violence. Dude, the book Baloo is fucking dope. It's like, he's just like, yeah, man. The bear is just like, fuck you, you stupid piece of shit.
There's an Andy Serkis version on Netflix. Cool. There's a Gollum version. Fuck yeah. I want to see that one.
The Gollum version. Hey, one of your fucking picture links actually worked, Peyton. It's amazing. Holy shit. Wow.
Oh, no, this one totally accurate.
Wow.
I'll tell you, TJ, I know about Pocahontas. No, you tell me this is a bunch of bullshit. This is exactly what happened.
There are literally over 50 Jungle Book movies, probably the story with the most movie remakes in all history. Really? Because I was never even aware of any of that, honestly. I'm just an ignorant fuck, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So, Pocahontas. Now, this is not based on a fairy tale or whatever. This is based on real shit, but the real shit's very fucking different.
Oh, I'll tell you, it's accurate. White dude come around, he has he has relations with that native girl right there. I'm gonna tell you, it's as accurate as can be.
While many may know this historical figure as Pocahontas, to family and those around her, she was known by a different name. Her primary name at birth was Amanute. Her secondary name was Matawaka, meaning flower between two streams.
Is the long and the short of this that John Smith made most of this shit up?
I don't know. The heartbreaking life of Pocahontas is one of tragedy and violence. The story of a young girl who was brutally raped, kidnapped, and allegedly murdered by those who were meant to keep her safe. Disney's version of Pocahontas centers on John Smith, the man Pocahontas supposedly fell in love. In reality, John Smith came to her town when she was 9 or 10 years old when he was 27.
Oh, shit.
Despite Disney's narrative, the two were never romantically involved. In fact, John Smith was feared by many indigenous children in the area he was in. It was known to enter the villages of various chiefs or tribes at gunpoint, demanding food and supplies.
Sounds like a hero, dude. Give me all you got. It's like he's literally looking at these kids. The kids are like, John Smith's here. Please, John Smith, don't hurt us.
They really thought Pocahontas would do better than The Lion King? I don't know, dude. Yeah, I don't get that. It's terrible. It's not it like it's even fucking setting aside any like PC bullshit. It just is not a very good movie.
Pocahontas woke. It's woke now. I can't wait for that one to happen. It's woke.
The early 1600s were an incredibly dangerous time period for tribes near Werowocomoco. Sorry, including Pocahontas' tribe. When English colonizers arrived, and don't make me say that more than once, they began targeting women and young children. They began sexually assaulting indigenous girls. Many planned to kidnap Pocahontas as she was the chief's daughter. When she was only 15 or 16, the threat of possible kidnapping increased. Sadly, Mataoaka ended up being kidnapped and was forced to give up her first child. Her husband, Kocoum, whom she had only been married to recently before, was killed by those who kidnapped her.
Can't have any competition.
An English colonist, Captain Samuel Argall, sought to find her, thinking that a captured daughter of a chief would prevent attacks from certain indigenous tribes. Argall threatened the chief if he didn't relent, he would attack the village. He also told the chief that Pocahontas would only be gone temporarily. This was a promise he quickly broke. The disregard white colonists had for indigenous peoples was shown when Argall, prior to leaving, gave the chief a pot made of copper and claimed he traded it for Pocahontas. This essentially meant he equated the value of her life and freedom to that of a copper pot. Prior to leaving her village, very nice. It was very nice. You should have seen it.
I mean, this is one hell of a copper pot.
Prior to leaving her village, Pocahontas had to give her baby, known as Little Kocoum, to the women of the village. Trapped on board an English ship, she was not aware that when her husband returned to their village, he was killed by the colonists. Upon being kidnapped, Pocahontas was brought to England. During this time, she was allegedly raped and abused by her English captors. Later on, she gave birth to another son, Thomas. She was eventually converted to Christianity, and her name was changed to Rebecca. Oh, God.
Yeah, great. That sounds just like the movie to me.
Paint with all the colors of the wind. Due to the atrocities committed by white settlers against indigenous peoples, there were many English individuals who disapproved and were against the injustices that indigenous peoples groups endured at the hands of colonization. As a result, Pocahontas was brought to England as a political symbol to show a show of peace between English settlers and indigenous groups. According to accounts of Matakana, she realized that she was being used and desperately desired to return home to her father and Little Kocoum. During her travels in England, Pocahontas did meet John Smith and expressed outrage due to her mistreatment, due to the mistreatment of his position as leader of the colonists and betrayal of the Powhatan people. Sometime after the journey was made, Pocahontas was set to return to her home in the spring of 1617. At that time, Pocahontas was perfectly healthy and in good condition to return, according to accounts by Matakana. However, shortly after having dinner with John Rolfe and her Argyle, she vomited and died.
Sounds like poison.
She had not even turned 21 at the time of her death, and despite her family requesting that her body be laid to rest in her tribe, Rolfe and Argyle brought her to Gravesend in England, where she was buried at a church. Yeah, her father was heartbroken at the news after having learned from Matakana that his daughter had died. He ended up dying from grief less than a year after Pocahontas.
Well, sounds just like the Disney movie.
It's like, I mean, like, this is one where they didn't really change much, you guys.
Yeah, what did they even change? Dude, John Smith, my understanding of it, having read a little bit about this, years ago, was that he basically made up this whole, like, she was in love with me. And
oh, yeah, that little bitch. She fucking loved me, bro.
Yeah, she loved me.
She taught me, like, the ways of nature and shit. She taught me to paint with all the colors of the wind. It was fucking beautiful.
Yeah, instead he was just a brutal colonizer that raped, murdered, and pillaged and demanded at gunpoint provisions.
And one time the Indians had me captured. They were about to kill me. But Pocahontas is so fucking hot for me that she fucking shielded me from
Pocahontas
the fucking weapon,
probably would have fucking bludgeoned you to death herself if that had ever happened.
She fucking loved me, bruh. Little bitch fucking loved me.
Not to mention, if they did want to bludgeon John Smith to death, it probably would have been completely justified based on his previous actions.
Hey, you know, if they'd done that, Scotty, you and I wouldn't be sitting here today. So you better thank John Smith and all the fucking white colonists, because otherwise we never would have tamed this great savage land. We wouldn't be here today fucking talking about this shit. And I wouldn't be sitting here trying to make one of Peyton's fucking garbage-ass image links finally fucking work.
Is this the one that has the penis on it?
It used to be. They took the penis out, though.
No!
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, one of these towers used to look just like a fucking dick, but they, like, removed it.
Yeah, I remember we had this
So
on
now
VHS.
the best you got is, like, this one here that kind of maybe sort of vaguely looks like a dick, but the
We had this on
original fucking
VHS,
cover...
dude, and when we looked at it, we're like, it's a dick!
It was. It was totally
I mean,
a dick.
yeah, spot on a dick.
It was
So you find one
no,
of the
there was
old
no
covers,
denying it.
I mean, being fooled to deny it. It looks like an erect penis.
Was John Smith voiced by John Ritter? No, he's voiced by Mel Gibson, appropriately enough.
yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, it was.
How many lashes does Peyton get today? I don't know.
37 so far.
That's like, you might as well just not even, I'm not even going to lash him. I'm just going to throw him into a pit of boiling oil.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because it's gone beyond lashing. My arm would get tired. My arm would get tired from all the lashings this motherfucker needs at this
Actually,
point.
Peyton came on one of our streams and said, like, TJ, you had a question for me? TJ, did you hang out with Peyton recently? Or does he mean you were doing a stream?
I haven't hang out with him in a fucking goddamn long
Yeah,
ass
I don't
time.
think Peyton even lives near you anymore, does he? I mean, he didn't.
I don't even
live near you
know. I think he
before.
lives in fucking Alabama
Dakota?
or something. I don't know.
Peyton, do you live in North Dakota now?
I don't think he's in here.
All right. Well, someone
he
find
in
out
here?
if Peyton lives in North Dakota. I'm pretty sure that's where he lives now.
Stupid. All right, so Little Mermaid, 1989, based on Hans Christian Andersen's book from 1837. Fairy tale, you know. It wasn't a whole ass book, but his little fairy tale from 1837. There's some differences though, and you know, maybe we'll find about them. These links ever decided.
Oh, Peyton.
So in the original story, none of the characters had names or they just had titles. So Ariel was just the Little Mermaid. Triton was just the Sea King. Ursula was just the Sea Witch. And there was no Sebastian or Scuttle or Flounder. None of those fucking characters
Under the
existed.
sea. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, that shit was just thrown in to fucking, add some fluff.
They kid it up, basically. Oh, look, there's a dumb little fish that's a sidekick and a crab that's a sidekick.
So in the book, Ursula is not evil or part octopus. She is simply a disreputable mermaid who trades potions for non-vital body parts. She has no ill will towards the king. She's just a neutral character. She's just a fucking... She's
a
just
witch.
some bitch that's just like, yeah, all right, give me what you want this? Give me this. That's it.
Witches in a lot of stories are more like opportunists than evil.
Yeah, they want, you get what you want, but you got to pay a price.
Of course. I mean, which is true in life as it is in these stories.
So, why Ariel wants to transform into a human is drastically different. In the film, Ariel fell in love with Eric from the first time she saw him and went on a mission to change herself in order to suit the needs of her man. She's like, ew, a man, I gotta, like, get rid of this mermaid shit.
Well, mermaids
in the
used to
book
just want to,
version.
as far as I know, mermaids just wanted to drown you and shit. So I guess he was like, Prince, what is it, Eric or whatever it is? I guess she doesn't want to drown. That's the first guy. She's like, I don't want to drown him. Well, maybe she wants to drown him in a different way, if you know what I'm saying.
So in the book version, Ariel was far more brutal, vowing to marry a man in order to gain an immortal soul.
Whoa.
Because if she doesn't marry a human, she would live to the ripe old age of 300 and then turn into sea foam, because mermaids turn into sea foam when they die. Did you know that? That's how it works.
Really? Fuck. Sea foam? Peyton!
You don't have any immortal soul. You just you turn to 300 and then boom, you're sea foam. The end.
Dude, Triton knows what he's getting down. I mean, look at him right there. I mean, Ariel was his daughter, but I mean, are these all his daughters?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, Triton busy.
And they're all the same age, so I'm pretty sure that Triton just fucked a whole bunch of different women, like at the same time.
Yeah, he just decided one day, it's like, look, I want like 15
all right, time for me to
kids.
procreate. Bring out the fucking 8 different women.
But how does he do it?
I don't know. It's a mystery.
Does it come out? Is it hidden? I mean, how does he? I don't know.
So in the film, mermaids are strictly forbidden from venturing to the surface world. But in the book, it's actually pretty normal and fine for them to go to the surface once they turn 15.
How are they going to lure sailors to their death?
Yeah,
I mean,
actually,
come
Ariel's
on.
sisters went to the surface and didn't like it, so they just returned home. They're like, surface sucks.
Yeah.
They went and checked it out. They're like, let's see what's life. Let's see what the surface is like. And they're like, meh,
This blows.
pretty stupid. Back to under the sea. Under the sea. Under the sea. This is pornography. How can they show this to children?
Whoa.
In the
Damn.
film, Ariel's acquisition of legs doesn't hurt, and her voice is stored inside of a magic shell. If she fails to receive the kiss of true love in 3 days from the prince, she will belong to Ursula. While in the book, every step Ariel takes is extremely painful, and her tongue is cut out of her mouth. So she literally just doesn't have a tongue, so that's why she can't talk. Ariel doesn't have a 3-day time limit in the book. All she has to do is marry the prince before someone else does. If she marries him before her, she will die.
Yeah, she's
if someone marries him before her, she's going to die, basically.
Oh,
so there's your thing. So no 3-day time limit, but you got your tongue cut out and your legs hurt like a motherfucker, and you got to marry this motherfucker in 3 days. He doesn't, not in 3 days. You just got to marry him before someone else does, and then.
Oh my god! Look at this lame excuse, TJ.
A photo links worked for me when I tested it.
Yeah, well, just don't use the site again.
That's great. Good for you, buddy. Good for you, Peyton. Well, they ain't working now, are they? I mean, they are, but it's like taking some finagling. So stop using that damn shit. Use Imgur or something else.
And Peyton, how is North Dakota? We want to know that.
We want to know how you're doing in North Dakota, Peyton.
That's what we heard. We heard you're living in North Dakota now, so just want to know how.
Heard you're living in North Dakota. How the fuck you doing in North Dakota, bitch? So, in the fucking book, the third act is completely different and shit. The prince, in the book, the prince falls in love with a completely different princess from a nearby kingdom. And Ariel just has to watch as the two get married on a boat, knowing this is going to cause her to die. Ariel plans to murder the prince. She's just like, all right, you don't want me? Fuck you. I'm going to kill your ass.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So, Ariel's sisters end up trading her hair to the sea witch, or one of her sisters, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, they give her it gives her a magic knife she can kill the prince with, okay? I don't know why she needs a magic knife. He's just a dude. She can use any knife, right? I don't get it. Sadly, Ariel can't bring herself to murder the man she loved. So Ariel throws the knife away and casts herself into the ocean, where she dissolves into sea foam and dies.
Oh.
In hell. Hell!
That's fuck, dude. Not a happy ending there. She becomes sea foam.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's
bitch.
a metal. Dude, this I want the new Little Mermaid to end. This is exactly what I want. No!
Mowgli drown Ariel. Kind of hard to drown Ariel. She's a fucking mermaid, bro.
Yeah, how does that work?
Angels suddenly appear. Wait, what? Angels suddenly appear and inform the now sea foam Ariel that she can become immortal.
How?
She must do good deeds in the form of a daughter of the air, basically a cloud, for 300 years. And if she does that, she can go to heaven. However, if she
300 years? That's fucking brutal, dude.
However, if she witnesses a child being bad and disobeying his parents, God himself will add 1 more year to her purgatory. This is basically to guilt little kids reading this story into behaving. So it's up to the reader to be good so that Ariel can go up to heaven with Jesus.
What?
Yeah.
Why didn't God just let her go to heaven to begin with?
No.
She has to be a slave for 300 years, and every time a kid acts up,
every time a kid misbehaves, a year is added to her fucking
so
sentence,
Ariel's
bro.
got like 30 billion bajillion fucking years until she can go up to heaven.
The film, on the other hand, has Ursula hypnotize Eric into marrying her. King Triton gives Ursula rule over the sea in exchange for his daughter's freedom, and Prince Eric ultimately kills Ursula. Of course, the film had a joyous ending with Ariel and Eric being together happily ever after, and no angels.
No angels.
Oh, hey, best adult dating site. You're cool. Go away.
Yeah. Blocked. Blockety
block. Yeah, here's Ariel as a weird.
I'm an angel now.
I'm a fucking angel, but every time a child misbehaves, the year is added to my horrible purgatory. Never will I see the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, she has no chance. And well, she will eventually when the human race dies off. That's when she gets to go to heaven finally.
Yeah.
No more kids to misbehave. Then finally she stops accruing time on her sentence. And I guess eventually then she'll go to heaven.
God fucking
Service
damn it.
unavailable. Typical Peyton.
God fucking damn it, Peyton, you son of a no good
But I checked the links
bitch.
before, sir.
I checked the links. I checked them good, please.
So, Peyton, are you saying when you say that it's TJ's fault? Is that what you're trying to say?
Hey, you trying to blame me for this?
Yeah, I'm just trying to clarify there. Are you saying it's his fault? That
You know
he did
what?
something wrong?
Hercules, all right, it worked, so I guess we'll do it, but we'll try to be quick about it. Yeah.
It's completely different.
Disney's 1997 film is set in ancient Greece, tells the story of a young boy, Hercules, who discovers he's the son of Zeus, ruler of the gods, and his wife Hera. This, however, is not speaking. I mean, well, of course, it's not true. Neither version is true. One's a myth and one's a movie. But whatever.
Yeah, strictly speaking, this is all mythology.
The ancient Roman and Greek civilizations are very interlinked. Many aspects of Roman mythology are inspired by the Greek. It came before.
Yeah,
In fact,
Romans are a bunch of plagiarists. That's what it is. Yeah, right.
Great swaths of Roman mythology is almost identical to Greek, with only minor changes, such as the names of gods. So in Roman times, Zeus became Jupiter, Hera became Juno. And the same applies to Greek heroes. And much like the gods, Hercules does have two names. While Hercules is the most popularized version, this is actually the Romanization of the name. We know this is a bit of nitpicking, but as the film is set in ancient Greece, technically Hercules should have been known as Heracles.
Heracles.
Pegasus, the loyal companion. In the opening of the film, Zeus takes on a handful of clouds, create an adorable winged foal which he gives to his son. The foal, of course, grows up to be Pegasus, and in the vein of all Disney protagonists, serves as Hercules' loyal animal companion throughout the films. The truth, however, Pegasus was less Hercules' companion and more his cousin.
Whoa, it's his cousin?
Pegasus and his brother Chrysaor were the children of Poseidon and Medusa. The two brothers sprung fully formed from their mother's neck after Perseus killed her. Some legends say that the two were not born until Medusa's blood reached the ocean, mingling with the sea spray. Unlike the loyal companion of the film, there is little tying the story of Pegasus and Hercules, barring their shared ancestry. In fact, the hero Pegasus was most associated with was the unlucky Bellerophon, though some myths also have Perseus riding the winged horse.
Dude, they lied to me, man. Because I watched Clash of the Titans and shit, right? And he rides Pegasus to go fuck up Medusa, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Kraken. So how the fuck did that happen?
I don't know, Scotty. Don't make no damn
that's some
sense.
bullshit, dude.
Oh, shit.
Trained by Phil.
While there is a Philoctetes who appears in the Herculean mythos, he was neither responsible for training Hercules nor a satyr. He was instead a human hero, one drafted to fight in the Trojan War. When Hercules died, Philoctetes was the only one who would light his funeral pyre and so gained the favor of the newly deified Hercules. In recompense, he was gifted Hercules' own bow and a quiver of poisoned arrows.
Yeah.
It is therefore unlikely that the Philoctetes of myth and the Phil of Hercules were intended to be the same person. The only thing they have in common is a name. We know that in the movie he was born of Zeus and shit. In the original myth, while Hercules was certainly the son of Zeus, he was not the son of Hera, and he was not born a god. Instead, he was conceived of an affair between Zeus and a mortal woman.
I mean, typical Zeus, right?
Alcmene, which we've done an episode on Zeus, so you guys know Zeus is like pretty much a fucking poon hound and is out there like.
I mean, Zeus is like the first golden shower, literally.
Yes,
I mean, he is like
a lot of these so-called affairs with mortal women were like rapes too, because he would like disguise himself as their husband. I'm a swan. Yeah, he'd do all kind of crazy. Zeus would do all kind of crazy shit to get some.
We didn't even cover all of them.
I mean, yeah, like there could literally be like a part 2 and maybe a part 3 of like just Zeus's rapes.
Fucking Zeus, dude.
As a half god, Hercules did still have abilities far exceeding those of a human. It is said that even as an infant, he was strong enough to strangle 2 snakes that crept into his cradle. In Hercules, the newly mortal Hercules does the same thing, defeating Panic and Pain, the minions of Hades, when they take the form of serpents in order to kill him.
He's like, what? He wraps him up, makes a nice little bow, and he throws him away.
So, we'll just do this Hades thing. I think we can wrap it at there. So the god of the dead, presiding over the joyless halls of the underworld and commonly incorrectly associated with the devil or hell, it is easy to see why Hades makes a tempting choice for antagonist. And it must be said that Disney pull off the sinister Lord of the Dead very well, giving him flaming hair and a pallid gray skin. Between that and his behind-the-scenes manipulations, he comes across as very sinister and very evil, and is played very, very well by the piece of total human trash that is James Woods.
Yeah, James Wood.
Terrible man, but fucking really good in that movie.
Also, has a connection to 9/11. He actually reported the 9/11 hijackers to the FBI.
Cool.
But was ignored, apparently. So,
well, what you gonna do? I would ignore James Woods too. In fact,
yeah, it's like James Wood. Fuck him.
The issue is, of course, that Hades in Greek mythology was neither of those things. In fact, Hades was known as one of the more, if not benevolent, then certainly more neutral Greek gods. In fact, it was Zeus and Poseidon that had a reputation for being like pricks, you know. They were the ones you didn't want to fucking piss off or insult.
And that's continued on. Like, even the new Clash of the Titans movies they made a few years ago, like Hades was still the villain. Like, I am evil. It's like
I am Hades, the evil one.
Because he represents death. He's evil. Like, okay, doesn't really make much sense.
The main antagonist of the Hercules myth is instead Hera.
Oh, Hera, because Hera got mad. She got jealous of all Zeus's affairs.
She's like, fucking little bastard son of my husband. Fucking yeah. And you know what? In the I'll say one thing: the Kevin Sorbo show actually got this right.
Oh, Hera, yeah.
Hera's the villain in that show.
Yeah.
Far from the loving mother she is portrayed as in the film, the Hera of Greek myth was bitterly jealous of her husband's affairs. This usually resulted in her attacking, cursing, or attempting to murder his lovers and their offspring. Hercules was no exception to this. It was Hera who sent the snakes that Hercules strangled in his cradle, and it was Hera who continued to plague Hercules for the rest of his life, eventually culminating in the death of Hercules' wife and children.
Yeah, if you actually go read one of the versions of that myth, like Hercules' life is horrible.
Please really do a fart, TJ. Sure thing, buddy.
Fart, TJ.
Was Hades the first gay Disney villain? Aren't they all gay? I'm pretty sure all the Disney villains are gay, dude.
Even Froyo?
Well, no, Frollo's not.
Oh, Frollo, sorry, Frollo. I mean,
Frollo wanted Froyo. Froyo, even Froyo.
Yeah, dude, Frollo, dude, he wanted to freaking bang Esmeralda. How's he gay? He's just sexually repressed.
Yeah. Disney movies, particularly the animated ones, are very keen on the love bullshit. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. Hera struck Hercules' temporary madness, causing him to see his wife and children's enemies and slaughter them. Oh, shit. She Chris Benoit him? Fuck.
You know they did that too as well in a video game, Kratos. Remember God of War? He didn't play those games, I guess. But that happens to Kratos as well.
Yeah, they made him kill his family.
Yep.
Ah, what a fucking bitch.
Oh yeah, Zeus does, but it's Zeus because Zeus is the big villain in that at least the first three.
When he was returned to himself, Hercules was distraught at what he had done and went to Apollo, begging to be punished for his crimes. In response, Apollo charged him with completing 12 challenges, and thus the most famous of his legends, the 12 labors of Hercules, was born. Fortunately for the Megra and the Disney version, it seems she is saved from this terrible fate. The 12 labors happen simultaneously to their love story. Hercules kills the Hydra early on in the film, completes several other of the challenges, blah, 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 blah. With a box office of 252.7 million and rumors of a live-action remake in the works, it is clear.
Oh, it's a rumor at this point. I'm pretty sure
I think it's confirmed now.
Yeah,
Disney's Hercules has not suffered from this deviation for the myths. With so much violence, adultery, manslaughter, and attempted, or in some cases, successful child murder, it's easy to understand why Disney would have wanted to sanitize the myth for a younger audience.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No. What is this like? It's understandable. Like, hell no, it's not. I want a way more brutal, way more violent version of this stuff.
Remember when we fucking went to when The Rock tricked us into seeing his fucking Hercules movie?
Motherfucker, dude. And remember the fucking trailer was loaded with like the Nemean lion. It's like, I did this.
Yeah.
And
you saw all the fucking mythic Hercules shit in the trailer. And you're like, hell yeah. And then you went to the movie and it turned out that all that shit was just like
inflated tales.
Yeah. Like that was like, it's like one of these like demythologizing movies. Like, this is the story of the real Hercules. It's like, what?
I don't know why Hollywood got a boner for that crap, or it's all like the real King Arthur, the real. It's like, no, I want the mythology. Are you fucking kidding me? Why would I
kept joking and be like, I'm gonna tell you the story of the real Superman. Could he fly? No, but he could jump really good.
He could jump pretty high.
Was he more powerful than a locomotive? No, but he could bench a whole bunch, bro. He's really good on that bench press. It's like, oh man,
God.
fucking bastards.
Also, Hercules is mythology, so like I don't want it to be demythologized. There's nothing left if you do that.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
it's
there
a
wasn't.
shitty movie.
All that's left is a really fucking shitty movie with The Rock that makes you go like, man,
That's
what
about
the
as
fuck?
predictable as possible. Like, we have to put down these people are evil. Oh, wait, the people rebelling were the good guys, and the king is evil. Oh! And they give Hercules one scene where he does something that's kind of supernatural in the entire fucking movie. It's like he pushes those pillars.
maybe some kernel of the legend did. Just like, you could have just showed me the fucking cool shit that you showed me in the trailer of him doing all this fucking epic shit. Instead, you gave me this fucking whatever.
That was Ares. Yeah, that actually that might be right. But I mean, I think he worked at Zeus's behest or whatever. I mean, Zeus was the main villain in that franchise. So, but yeah, it might have been. I think it was actually Ares was the villain in the first one. How about God of War? Yeah, I played those games like probably 15 years ago or however fucking long, like when they came out. So it's been a while. That's all you got, TJ? That's it?
Yeah,
Pathetic.
that's
dude.
my contribution.
Pathetic episode. Gotta be honest with you. The fact that Peyton pulled it, 10 points off for that. Links didn't work, another 10 points. I give the episode a solid 75%.
Yeah, Peyton really fucked me over with them shitty links.
Peyton screwed you over, man. I'm sorry.
If those links had worked, the episode would have been a 10 out of 10. But with those broken links, fucking
what you got blamed for?
2 out of 2 million.
You didn't pull it, but it's your fault. That's what Peyton basically says. Like, it worked when I...
It worked when I did it.
Well, what does that matter? Who
Yeah,
cares? It needs to work when I do it, not when you do it.
I got to take a piss, TJ. So why don't you write Peyton an email telling him not to pull those links?
He's in the chat.
I pull tons of
There he
episodes.
is.
You pull
I
tons
pulled
of... Peyton, do you pull my episodes? Bro, you don't pull my shit. I won't even let you pull my shit, dude, because look, I know episodes, and my episodes are the best episodes. Peyton, you're okay.
I know episode, my episode.
If TJ wants to outsource it to you, that's fine. I don't outsource my shit.
Yeah. Scotty's a hard worker.
I'm tremendous.
Scotty is diligent. I didn't mean to have you done that. Yeah. Well, use a different site. Use Imgur or something, because that shit don't work. Shit don't work. That shit stink. Stinks to high heaven. Nuclear war is coming. The Russians will nuke us. Nuclear war is coming. The Russians will nuke us. David, quit being a little pussy. If the Russians nuke us, they nuke us, all right? Who gives a fucking rat's ass? If we get nuked, we get nuked. You know, like, what are you going to do? Cry about it? What if we... Dude, first of all, these Russian fucks, they can't... I mean, I don't even know... I honestly don't even believe they have the nuclear capabilities they say they fucking do. Because, like, they're basically... They can't beat the Ukraine, a country that's, like, right next to them. And they're, like, issuing their soldiers, like, shitty, old, broken, battered-ass fucking AK-47s. Like, they make AK-47s there, and they're issuing, like, garbage AK-47s that look like shit to their own soldiers right now. But we're supposed to believe there's some kind of, like, imminent nuclear threat to us? Like, come on. There's no way. They can't even beat the country literally right next to them. There's not even, like, supply line. Like, it's literally, like, their country up until the border. Like, you're trying to invade the neighboring country and you can't maintain supply lines. It's
That's
like
difficult.
really been pathetic.
Talking about Russia?
Yeah. Someone's like, Russia's going to destroy us pretty soon, guys. Goodbye.
I mean, if they do, then we deserve it at this point.
They can't even fucking beat. They can't even beat Ukraine. They can't even beat the fucking Ukraine.
Well, I think the argument those people would probably make is that they could beat the Ukraine if they didn't have outside help.
Well, probably not, but still. Even with that shit, it doesn't fucking make no damn sense. They're right next to it. Like, this has made Russia look so fucking weak. This is why these superpowers do not need to be invading other countries, because all you find out is that they're fucking not as tough as they fucking claim to be. Just like the U.S. did in Vietnam, we fucking went there and we looked like fucking morons. Or Iraq, or Afghanistan. It's like we go to these countries and we're like, yeah, we take over. Even if we do take over, the second we fucking have to leave, boom, it's right back to where it was.
And those templates were already there. Like literally, it was like, okay, Vietnam, the French got their asses kicked in Vietnam, and they had to fucking turn tail and run. America's like, let's go all in. The Russians invaded Afghanistan. They got they just like weighed them out like they did like what happened to us. They got their asses kicked. They fucking left. I mean, yeah, did they do damage? They kill a bunch of people? Of course. They destabilize the country. Oh,
what if
shit.
Russia has Black Adam as a secret weapon? Oh fuck.
I didn't know. Well, if they have Black Adam, that's different. I mean, if they got
Yeah.
that going on, okay, then that's a whole different ball of wax. But as far as where I'm sitting from here, I'm not too worried about Russia. I mean, Russia's at the point now where Putin's like, hey guys, we got like hypersonic missiles and nukes and stuff. So like, I know we look really weak and bad, but if you try to invade us, we'll use those. Like, I don't think anyone's trying to invade Russia. I mean, look at North Korea. Like, North Korea could definitely be defeated pretty easily.
Dude, we should fucking
being honest.
we should pit North Korea and
But they have
Russia against
nukes.
each other, dude.
Yeah, but North Korea has nukes, so it's like no one wants to invade because they know that that regime will probably use them in furtherance of them trying to stay in power. So I don't think anyone's looking to invade Russia just on that basis.
How a party of neo-fascist roots won big in Italy. Cool.
Oh yeah, I was reading about that. Well, I mean, Italy changes its governments about once a year, so
Yeah.
you know, it's like a
century after Benito Mussolini's 1922 March on Rome, which brought them to power. Yeah, I mean, like they figure like, okay, 100 years have passed. We can give it another shot. Let's see.
come on, fascism it didn't work then.
Come on, all
but
right.
maybe there are new.
So 100 years ago, it didn't work out, but you know, maybe now's the time, you guys.
If you look at one
Maybe
of
now's
those
the time.
common historical myths, it was like Mussolini it made the trains run on time, and it's like he didn't. he didn't. He had
But he
some
had the
really
P-
cool buildings though.
He had the PR to make them say he did, though.
Yeah, he had like those buildings with those like weird faces on them and shit, almost like Dali-esque shit he had designed, or maybe probably not himself, but the people in his government. So it's a pretty cool show with Mussolini. But yeah, not an effective form of government. And actually, largely argued is because obviously he's part of the Axis. Italy was so Hitler had to come basically save Mussolini, and it's not that delay ultimately led to it taking because it took longer to do that. So Hitler didn't launch his invasion of Russia till later, and of course, then famously, the Germans were not able to push to Stalingrad or past there, and then it was just a slow retreat to Berlin. So we have Mussolini to thank for that.
Thanks, Mussolini, for whatever Scotty just said.
I guess you don't know much about World War II, TJ.
I don't know nothing.
I'm definitely not
about
an expert,
nothing.
but
You're a fucking expert, Scotty. You know what's what.
you're an idiot, TJ.
I'm just picking my nose right now, Scotty.
Do you know about
That's
any of
what I know.
these famous psychological phenomenon, TJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Make
told you
it
what I was
bigger.
doing. He's like,
I can't
"What's
really
that?"
see it. I
He's
can't
like,
see
"What?"
it.
Can't see it.
Enlarge, enhance, embiggen.
And biggin. All right, let's click on there
Yeah.
right now.
More. Fill
More
the
bi-
screen with it. There you go.
Can you see it now, TJ?
Yep.
Excellent, TJ. What is a phenomenon? A phenomenon, in a scientific context, is something that is observed to occur or to exist. It exists, TJ. It is simply a fact or event that can be observed with the senses, either directly or by using equipment such as microscopes or telescopes. Oh, telescope. Oh, I see it. Oh,
So
I
a
see it.
phenomenon is just like a thing that happened or exists or whatever.
Yes. The meaning of phenomenon contrasts with the understanding of the general usage of the word. In popular vernacular, phenomena is a person, thing, or event considered to be in some way extraordinary or outstanding, such as Elvis, Beatlemania, Pac-Man, or the Harry Potter books. The word phenomenon is used across a range of scientific disciplines when referring to observable events, as in the following examples. Immanuel Kant popularized the word phenomenon in philosophical circles when he contrasted with noumenon, something whose existence can be conceived through reason, but cannot be perceived through the senses like phenomena. Noumenon, I guess that's how you say it, noumenon, represents the reality underlying the phenomena that can be observed through the senses. Through your senses.
Phenomener.
The
Demanoid phenomenon.
Natural
Get
phenomena
out, get it
are those that
on.
occur or manifest without human input. Examples of natural
Scotty,
phenomena.
I'm gonna reel on with you right now. I don't know what the fuck is going on this here episode right now.
Well, don't worry, TJ.
You
It all
done
makes
lost
sense.
me, boy. This shit here's
Includes
beyond my damn pay
gravity,
grade.
TJ.
What?
So these are natural
Gravity?
phenomena, TJ. Gravity. So if like you do this, like look, gravity.
Well,
TJ.
listen about that. My gravity just a theory,
TJ,
man.
here's
That's
gravity.
just a theory,
Wanna see
bro.
it? Gravity.
I mean,
Oh
that's one
shit!
opinion.
No, no.
That's a theory of you fucking stupid bitch. Look at that. Trying to prove gravity, all it done proves what a dumbass he is.
I did prove gravity to you though.
Let me tell you what gravity is. It's just a damn theory.
Tides go in, tides go out.
You
Can
want me
you
to tell you
explain that?
something?
No one
What they
can.
call it? They call it the theory. Is it the fact of gravity or is it the theory of gravity? Let me ask you that.
I don't know. Tides,
Got these scientists on the damn run right now.
planets, TJ. Volcanic lightning. You get it, TJ?
Sky, whenever you make an error,
armies.
just say that Peyton fucked it up. Even though he didn't play your episode, somehow it's his fault.
Social phenomena are those that occur or exist through actions of groups of
yeah.
humans. 6 degrees of separation, for example, is phenomena that is demonstrated in social networking.
Yeah. That's a fun thing. A lot of people do like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, but I never liked to do it with Kevin Bacon because whatever, he sucks.
Here's you in the center here, TJ.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Oh shit, you okay? TJ, you okay? Are you okay, TJ?
No, I'm hurt. Help me.
I hurt myself today.
To
You know what this is,
see
TJ?
If I still fail. Do I know what it is?
You know
Yeah,
what
it's
this is?
like, why is the target on his dick? It's like all these people, all these little gray dudes are gathered around to like stare at this red dude's dick.
Well, this is the bystander effect. For the purpose of this dude might have been kicked really hard in his
In the
nuts.
dick. Yeah. The
Ugh.
bystander effect, I know a little bit about what it is, but it's your episode, so you go ahead and fucking do that shit.
The bystander effect, TJ, is the inhibiting influence of the presence of others on a person's willingness to help someone in need.
Yep.
Research has shown that even in an emergency, a bystander is less likely to extend help when they are in the real or imagined presence of others than when they are alone.
Yep.
Moreover, the number of others is essential, such that more bystanders leads to less assistance. Interesting.
Yeah, it's because like if you have a bunch of people that see something go down, they all think like, well, someone else will do something, you know?
Well, yeah, there's a number of reasons, and we'll get into that.
Okay.
However, the impact of each additional bystander has a diminishing effect on helping. Oh, I think, did I pull this image? Actually, I don't think I did.
Peyton!
Peyton, why did you not pull that image for me?
Why didn't you pull
Oh, no, I
the
did.
Image, Peyton?
Just kidding. Actually, I did pull it.
Why didn't you pull the image, Peyton?
From left to right, this is on the left, Kitty Genovese and her killer, Winston Mosley. The bystander
I
effect.
think it's pronounced Genovese.
Oh,
I'm not
Genovese,
sure.
you think so?
Maybe.
Kitty Genovese? Oh, maybe. The bystander effect became a subject of significant interest following the brutal murder of American Kitty, how do you say it, TJ? Genovese?
I think it's Genovese.
Genovese in 1964. While returning home late from work, Genovese was viciously attacked and sexually assaulted by a man with a knife while walking home to her apartment complex from a nearby parking lot.
Yeah, this is like a super famous example. I think this is actually what it got named after, right? Like
I
they were
believe
looking into
so.
they were looking into why this happened this way because she got stabbed so many times and no one fucking called the police or anything. But it was because a bunch of people were like, they all thought someone else was going
someone's
to do
gonna
it.
deal with that. Yeah, someone's going to help. As reported in the New York Times 2 weeks later, 38 respectable, law-abiding people heard or saw her attack 3 separate times over half an hour. The voices and lights from the bystanders in nearby apartments interrupted the killer. They frightened him off twice, but when he returned and stabbed her again each time. So they would be like, "Get out of here," and then they would do nothing else. He'd come back, and the attack would continue.
The bystander effect was invented in 1973 by John Bystander Effect.
That is correct. Damn, these people just got through the whole bullshit here. I mean, like, I was trying to give you this example.
You got all this fucking bullshit going on, yammer, blah, blah, and then someone just shows up.
Yeah, it's Joe Bystander.
And
He's
just
the one that did it.
Out. Crystal clarity.
None of the 38 witnesses called the police during the attack, and only one bystander contacted authorities after Kitty Genovese died. So only after she had died, some person's like, "There's like a dead woman on my street or something." So like, yeah, that's bad.
We watched her get stabbed for like, I don't know, half an hour. It's pretty crazy. Can you come clean up the body? Because I don't want to trip over that in my way to work in the morning.
Yeah, that'd be kind of unpleasant. No, my kids will see it either. You know how it is.
Yeah, my kids might be traumatized.
In 2016, following the death of the attacker, Winston Moseley, the New York Times published an article stating that the number of witnesses and what they saw or heard had been exaggerated, and that there had been just 2 attacks, that the 2 bystanders had called the police, and that another bystander tried to comfort the dying woman. So who knows? But obviously at the time, it was believed like 38 people had seen and just were like, someone else's problem. The story of her murder became a modern parable for the powerful psychological effects of the presence of others. It was an example of how people sometimes fail to react to the needs of others, and more broadly, how behavioral tendencies to act pro-socially are greatly influenced by the situation and the individuals. I just made up the individual part. Moreover, the tragedy led to new research on pro-social behavior, namely bystander intervention, in which people do and do not extend help. The study on bystander intervention was conducted by psychologists Bibb Latane and John Darley, who found that bystanders care about those in need of assistance, but often do not offer help. So it's like, oh, I feel empathy for you, but should I help you? I'm probably not going to help you.
Someone else should help him. Man, someone ought to do something about that. Somebody ought to help. Not me, though. I have stuff to do.
Sounds like society at this point. We got to do something, but not me. You.
Somebody got to do something. Somebody got to do something. Somebody.
And whether bystanders actually help depends on a series of decisions. So why does the bystander effect occur? Latane and Darley, 1970, proposed a 5-step decision model of helping, during each of which bystanders can decide to do something or do nothing. So the first is you notice the event, or if you're in a hurry, you don't notice the event. Next is you interpret the situation as an emergency, or you assume that others are not acting. It is not an emergency. So it's like you see it, I don't know, maybe something's going on. No one else is reacting that way. It's probably not. You assume responsibility, or you assume that others will do this. Someone else will fix that problem. Or, you know what, I'm gonna step in. Know what to do, or not have the social skills necessary to help. So obviously, if someone's having a heart attack, you might not be the best person to aid. So you go, well, I don't know how to help someone treat a heart attack, so I can't do anything.
Someone else knows better.
But someone else, like a doctor, they'll help. Decide to help, or worry about danger, legislation, embarrassment, laws. Like, maybe you heard, hey, if you help someone, they can sue you. So you're like, oh, well, I don't want to get involved.
I don't want to get blood on my damn shoes.
I think actually was Paul that experienced the bystander effect, because he lived back when he lived down in Louisiana. He heard what he believed to be domestic violence. And, he said, oh, it's because of the police and other stuff, which is actually part of the bystander effect, because he was worried that maybe the police will show up and make it worse. Maybe I'll get in trouble.
That's another thing. The bystander might be like, oh, shit, is my intervention like, what if I intervene and I'll just make things worse?
Yeah, so it's like, but that is an example of it with one of the 3 of us that I can take into account. And I mean, obviously, it's a social phenomenon. So it's not like, oh, he should have done something. It's so bad he didn't. It's like this happens to almost anybody in one of these situations, unless you've been trained specifically to deal with like, oh, well, you're a paramedic or something, you're a first responder, where you're told like you have to go in, you have to help. Latane and Darley, 1970, identified 3 different psychological processes that might prevent a bystander from helping a person in distress. One is diffusion of responsibility. The second is evaluation apprehension, the fear of being publicly judged. And the third is pluralistic ignorance, the tendency to rely on the overt reactions of others when defining an ambiguous situation. Diffusion of responsibility refers to the tendency to subjectively divide personal responsibility to help by the number of bystanders present. As a result, bystanders are less likely to intervene in emergency situations as the size of the group increases, and when they feel less personal responsibility. So a big crowd, you figure someone there is going to help. I mean, and we kind of even saw this with stuff like, was it Astroworld and stuff? You have a number of people, but it's like, well, that person is unconscious, but that's not, someone's there's paramedics are going to come here. Someone's going to help these people in need. I can't help. I might get sued. I don't know. So we see this all the time in society. Like, or you witness 2 people in a fight and you go, well, I don't want to get involved. What if they try to attack me? Or what if they get mad at me?
I mean, I've heard stories, I mean, I think pretty much everyone here has probably heard a story about somebody trying to intervene when there is a dude beating the shit out of his wife or whatever. And then the both the woman and, the guy attacking the good Samaritan who was trying to like stop her from getting beaten. All of a sudden she's now attacking him for trying to help her. Get off my man, piece of shit,
Right.
So I mean like people hear those kind of stories and that gives you like pause in that moment, like, oh fuck, do I really want to get involved in this? What if this bitch just as crazy as him and she attacks me as well,
Oh yeah, there's definitely been instances of like let's say women being the aggressor in domestic violence and someone stand up to that woman and then 50 white knights jump in and want to beat the shit out of you because you intervened and now you're perceived as some danger. I mean, I've seen videos of that. I mean, like I said, it's not uncommon to experience this one, which is why there's a lot of stuff out there about it, why it's been studied, because anytime something like this happens or a situation is ambiguous enough where it's like, is there an emergency here? Like, you'll see people freeze. And it's saying that like I would witness fights in high school and stuff, and it's like, could people intervene? But obviously, if it wasn't a teacher or someone that felt empowered to intervene, you would usually just see everyone just gather around and look and like, what's going to happen? So unless you have like a tie to that person or like your friend, or it's like, help me, or you're asked directly to do something, you might just sit back and watch it go down, even if it's someone because you're like, well, I don't want people to look at me and like judge me. What's that?
Oh, this has nothing to do with anything you're talking about, but you got to see this shit, dude.
What is it? I can't hear anything.
You're not supposed to.
What the fuck?
What the fuck, dude? His middle finger is like a dick, basically. It's some kind of elephantitis or something, but yeah.
This guy really having a hard time getting dates with a finger like that?
This dude's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, my dick's not that big, but I'm really good at finger. I'm really good at finger banging. I don't know what it is.
Piece of garbage, TJ.
Yeah, I mean, hey, whatever. He knows. He knows what he's got.
You know what you got.
You know what you're doing. Anyway, sorry. Penis finger.
Let's see. So here's some tips on how to overcome the bystander effect, TJ.
All right, I'll try.
So TJ, if you're in trouble, pick out one person in the crowd, make eye contact with a stranger, and bring some.
Yeah, you got to make them feel personal responsible.
Yeah, some weeness, TJ, not penis, TJ, not your
Help
penis.
Help me, you specifically.
You, stranger there. So make them feel a commonality with you in their perception. So it's not like you're just like this crowd. It's like, you, stranger there, help me, aid me. 2, if you're a bystander, take action. Someone has to stand up first when they're in a bystander situation. Let that person be you. So TJ, jump forward and say, I shall save you, bystanders. Fellow bystanders, come with me.
I mean, they'll pretty much do it. I mean, like, if you break the floodgates, like, a bunch of people will start to fucking show up.
And you can see this in nature, dude. You can see stuff like this. And it's not necessarily the bystander effect, but it's like, let's say the wildebeest have to cross a stream or something where they know there's danger. Like they all pile up and be like, who's gonna go first? But then when one of the wildebeest is like, fuck it, I'm gonna go into the crocodile infested waters. You know, like when you're the first one into the breach, like you're right. Then it's like, okay, I can do it too. I feel more confidence. So
like, right. Well, I guess we're doing this.
Shit, let's just hope I don't get eaten today. Take advantage of our natural tendencies towards altruism. Assume the best in people, not the worst. Many people have a natural desire to help, and will do so if you give them the chance. So yeah, like look, you help out, call 911, you hold this person or try to help them, whatever the situation depends upon. Try to play into people's natural altruism. Hopefully they're not like some crazy psychotic motherfucker that's gonna do some horrible shit to you. And of course, try not to worry about the consequences of helping. It's true that people intervene in an emergency, maybe putting themselves at risk, but the alternative is to spend the rest of your life wondering if your actions might have saved someone else, TJ.
Yeah.
Save them. And of course, the last step is model altruism and helping to the young by showing you have the guts to take charge of situations with individuals and help others in need. Children will gain important lessons from you. So it's like show off like that. Show that to children. Show that to the youth. And we have a little video here about the bystander effect.
No.
Let me know.
No.
Go into theater mode.
Yeah, put it in theater mode. That's better.
So we got volume. Yeah, we got volume.
But did you share the audio though? That's the question.
I did.
A single bystander. When
All right.
people are in a crowd, it's easier to pass the buck. It's what psychologists call the diffusion of responsibility. Liverpool Street Station in London, a busy thoroughfare for commuters.
My balls.
These passers.
I hit my balls. Please help me. My balls hurt
Yeah.
so bad.
So this guy's an actor. So ostensibly you're walking by, these two people are walking by, and it's like, oh, this guy's withering in pain on the ground. And what do? They keep walking.
Man,
Someone called the police.
Someone help that fucker. I don't know.
As part of an experiment on bystander.
The guy steps over him, dude. What the fuck, man?
Didn't even like avoid him or anything.
What the fuck? He's just like, okay, keep going.
My balls.
This coffee is
my balls
delicious.
got hit so bad, you guys. My balls. Please help me.
See, these two, it's like this woman kind of looks. The dude just like pretending like he doesn't hear
It's
her
like,
sing.
I don't even notice that. I don't know what you're talking about. Guy writhing on the ground in pain? Nah, I don't think so.
I'm gonna see this guy
An
again.
experiment
He's holding his
on
drink.
bystander apathy. He's pretending to be ill. How long before he gets
Oh my god! Yet again.
Nah.
I mean, this really just shows you in practice because, like, I think people
I
like
think
have a
that dude,
disconnect.
that dude looked like he was kind of thinking about helping him for a second, but then was like, nah.
But see, that's where it kicks in. You see it. You see the calculus start to go in people's heads where it's like, is this guy a junkie? Is this guy weird?
That dude in white, yeah, like that dude in the white thing did not even contemplate it for a second. He's just like, doop boop boop.
Yeah.
That other guy, that dude that just walked past, kind of was like, you kind of saw him being pulled towards him for a second, but then he's like,
no,
probably some kind of bullshit, you know,
Yeah,
some
maybe
kind of scam, some kind of fucking this guy's gonna fucking pull out a knife.
And also
and
being
stab
a
me
crowded
or-
area with a bunch of people, you know, this was like, I think this is like they said, it's like a train station in Liverpool or whatever. So it's like people feel like someone else is going to deal with this. Maybe someone already called the police. There's some other resolution.
convenient or even risky. He
Peyton would have helped.
more than 20 minutes and no
Pardon me, sir. Are you feeling okay?
The guy takes out a knife and just stabs
20
Peyton in the
minutes?
neck.
So this guy did this for 20 minutes and not a single person did shit.
What can I help with? You need to go save that bystander, Peyton.
Yeah, the guy's
You need to go help that fucking
withering
bystander.
and
All
just
these other callous
suffering.
motherfuckers just strolled on by, but you, Peyton, you gotta be the fucking person. Oh, I would have helped. Yeah. See, because you know why Peyton actually would have helped? You know why Peyton would have helped? Because he's autistic. And he doesn't feel the same social pressures. He doesn't have the same social awareness of what other people are up to and shit. He's not. So Peyton would never be like, someone else will help. Peyton would be like,
This is my chance to be a hero, just like Ben 10.
and then go fucking help the guy, and then the guy would
I'm Ben
stab him
10.
and take his wallet. Ah,
situations like this where people are obviously suffering and no one's actually helping them.
I mean,
What we have
you know, in fairness though, with this dude doubled over, he looks like he's got kicked in the balls. Like, you know, I don't necessarily feel like, what am I gonna do? Go rub the dude's balls and, you know, hey, it's gonna be all better, you guy.
But he
You
was
okay there,
actually
buddy?
screaming in some cases, "Help me!" Like help, help, help.
I
So,
wish
I mean,
someone would have just walked up to him and been like, "Shut up!"
that'd be even
Just,
better,
like,
dude.
kicked him in the fucking head, like,
Shut the
up,
fuck
you
up!"
bitch! Ruining my fucking day. I don't need that stupid shit.
And the other is the rule that we ought to do what everybody else is doing. And here you have a group of, effectively a group of strangers who are exerting the pressure not to intervene, not to help. And it's very difficult to rebel.
Why do you hate autistic people? Don't they suffer enough in their day-to-day life? No, not really.
Long before-
Wait, autistic people do not suffer. Like, most autistic people don't even agree with the diagnosis of autism as like a disability or any of that shit. Like, most autistic people are proud to be autistic and do not, like, you honestly, what you said is more autistic phobic or whatever than what I said.
Yeah,
Because
like,
you're the one who fucking acts like,
what?
oh, it's a miserable, horrible curse to be autistic.
no
I
one
never
here
said that shit. I just said that they're fucking wired different because they fucking are. That's the whole point.
Yeah, there's a spectrum of autism too. Like it varies wildly from person to person that is diagnosed with autism. So
That's true. I mean, like, some people got it way worse than fucking others and shit.
Yeah, there's
But,
people
like,
who are very high
peop-
functioning autistic.
most people I
there's
know
low
who are
functioning.
autistic are pretty fucking high functioning, and they don't suffer from autism. They're fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
Other people suffer from their autism.
Yeah, I don't-
That's the real fucking problem.
Yeah. Autistic people honestly mostly come across as kind of quirky, just with like kind of like, you know, like, hey, they remember this guy or this person will remember numbers really well. Like they'll have like one of the first cases of an autistic person that was diagnosed in America was this guy from Mississippi who would assign a number to people he met. So he'd be like, TJ, you're number 8735-2 or whatever. Like I forget his
Your
system.
number 87361-7.
He'd basically catalog you.
I am autistic, but mostly just
Sad
in a
music.
sociopathic way. Are you sure you're not just a sociopath and you just like are trying to grab, you know? Yeah.
34 people.
I feel like most autistic people are not sociopaths. So
They want to know. They just haven't got the time. Well, they have got the time. They just don't want to get involved.
I haven't
can
got the
barely-
time.
I don't hear this guy all that well.
Silent
The volume is not great.
group with a rule: don't get involved.
Yeah.
They're afraid to stand out from the crowd and won't take action.
Mind your fucking business.
This woman has clearly spotted Ruth, but she conforms to the rule.
See, now someone said like, oh, if it's a woman, immediately someone's going to go run over there and help.
Nope. Then again, the woman is not screaming in pain. She's just kind of laying there, like, whatever.
Watch what happens though when someone else helps.
You alright? You alright?
Yes, thank you.
Sure, you look a bit.
Well, I will say this: someone, yeah, it took 5 minutes, but someone's like, "Yeah, right."
You're right there. You're right.
She suddenly finds herself in a different group with a new rule: to help.
Well, sit up.
Get on up there, you stupid fucking cunt.
Then I saw check to see if she was breathing on.
I'm pretty sure everyone here is safely on the spectrum. Not me.
No one had noticed it.
I'm devoid of autism. I'm the most fucking well-adjusted, non-autistic person ever.
Respectable gentleman.
Oh,
Now
shit.
his dress is impeding
So now he's
others around
respectable.
him. How long before he's rescued?
7 minutes.
I'm alright.
6 seconds.
Oh my god!
So
6 seconds. Some rich asshole has collapsed.
Oh, you all
Shut
right,
up,
rich
man.
asshole? Oh, rich asshole, are you okay?
Oh, please, rich asshole, are you all right?
Oh my God! This poor rich man. Are you all right, rich man?
6 seconds.
He's well dressed and respectable. Please, someone help this man. Start. Yeah.
Dude, there's like this reminds me of the story I read in Israel where it's like they heard like a Western tourist had like fallen into like a lake or a river or something. They're like, oh my god, dispatch paramedics and all this stuff. And it's like then they found it was a Palestinian. They're like, oh, never mind. It's like, never mind, we're good. Damn, 6 fucking seconds, dude. That's crazy. Now, TJ, if you can guess this one, Dude, I'll give you a
Ah,
shiny.
yes, the blurry people seen through a library books phenomenon.
I don't think you really guessed it, but
I mean, I don't know what not from this picture.
involves books. Involves these books. TJ.
Okay.
It's not the people.
Bookitis.
Forget the people. I mean, people do factor in this, of course. We're talking about phenomena.
Talking about
that people
psychological bullshit. So yeah,
but
yeah.
it's something to do with books.
Bookitis. This is where you
Bookitis.
read books. I don't know. I have no
This is
idea.
the Mariko Aoki phenomenon.
Mariko Aoki.
Yes. First documented in Japan, in fact. TJ, have you ever felt the urge to use the bathroom when you visit the bookstore?
I mean, I guess. Yeah, sure.
If you have, you're not alone. Whether an urban myth or an actual psychological condition, pooping at the bookstore has generated some discussion in Japan over the years, and America too.
So, like, specifically pooping?
Yes.
Okay.
The compulsion may also be common in many cultures around the world, but it's possible people are just too embarrassed to talk about it. The sudden need to defecate at the bookstore is known in Japan.
Okay. Well, when you said that, I mostly just meant like if I actually have to go to the bathroom. I just happen to be at a bookstore. I was not like I don't have this some weird like, oh my god, I'm at the bookstore. I feel the strong urge to poop. That doesn't sound like a real thing. That's some weird Japanese you know what this is? Okay. I hate to say it. I hate to be offensive or whatever the fuck, but this
Don't
is
do it, TJ.
It's not racist, but it is, you know, it's like, okay, so this is just more, look, we irradiated them, okay? When America dropped those bombs on Japan, we fucking irradiated huge swaths of Japan, and we fucked these people up in several ways, and this is just another one of these lingering fucking Hiroshima, Nagasaki effects, okay? These motherfuckers are so fucking messed up now that they fucking see books and they need to shit. I don't understand. We don't need to. It's not our business to understand, all right?
People experience this in the U.S. and other places too.
Oh,
though,
no,
TJ.
they don't. This is just, they fucking heard about it in Japan and they want to be fucking kawaii, fucking anime bullshit. So they're like, oh, yeah, me too. No, they don't. No, they don't.
Oh, TJ. Of course, you had to deal with racism.
Why is it racist? What's racist about it? I never said it was a racial trait. I said it's because we irradiated them with fucking nuclear fucking weapons, okay?
Okay, TJ.
I shit 2 to 3 times a day.
Congratulations.
All right.
Japan has been known, and
Good
so
for
in Japan,
you.
it is known as the Mariko Aoki phenomenon since 1985.
Wait, I want to know more about Peyton's shits, Scotty. Don't you want to know more about Peyton's shits?
Not
Have you no
particularly.
intellectual curiosity, Scotty? So, Peyton, when you shit 3 times a day, would you say that, like, is the shit, like, consistent in quality? Like, is it 3 big shits a day? Is it, like, 3, like, is it, like, 1 shit that's just kind of spread out into 3 parts? I need to know, Peyton. We need to know more.
I'm sure it's 3 distinctive shits, TJ.
Is one soft? Is there patterns? Is it, like, hard shit in the morning, soft shit at noon, and then medium consistency shit at night?
TJ.
I always have to poop at the bookstore. Chelsea, do not turn into a weeb here in my presence. I will divorce you. I
Even
know
your
I promised.
own wife, TJ.
I know I promised to stay with you forever, but if you turn into some weeb bookstore shitting motherfucker, we're done.
TJ, both the Japanese and English language Wikipedia articles provide an unusually comprehensive overview of the Mariko Aoki phenomenon. For example, according to the English language Wikipedia article, between 1 in 10 and 1 in 20 people experience the condition. Women are 4 times as likely as men to be afflicted by Mariko Aoki phenomenon.
Okay.
So also a sexist, TJ, sad.
I had no idea other people did this. Okay, fine. I guess I believe in it because my wife is making me. But what is it? What is it? Why?
Well, TJ,
By the way, for those of you who are
keep
curious,
interrupting, TJ.
Peyton's
How dare
shits
you.
are solid and hardly ever liquid. Hardly ever liquid.
Well, if you have diarrhea, Peyton, it's probably liquid then.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I mean, of course. However, in both versions of the Wikipedia article, most of the information, including hypotheses about what might actually cause it, are all derived from the same Hano Saashi number 41 article, originally published in 1985. There seem to be very few, if any, medical studies about the phenomenon, so it's not well understood. Acknowledgement of the phenomenon is not limited to Japan. In an interview with an American magazine, Men's Health, a Texas-based gastroenterologist and assistant professor of medicine said, "It's more common than people realize, and I think that people are just embarrassed to talk about it," he says. "I've also heard it called book bowels. I think the name speaks for itself. As for what might cause book bowels, the gastroenterologist said, the intensity of the information that you can encounter in museums and libraries, or the sudden quiet of a garden, can trigger an autonomic response in your gut. So you're just like, oh, a lot of shit here. A lot of shit.
I mean,
I got
it's
a shit.
probably, dude, you know what it really is? I think, here's my theory. I got a theory. I think it's because a lot of people read on the toilet and they associate the fucking smell of like the ink with, you know,
People have put that forward. That has been
With taking a
postulated as a
shit, dude.
reason that people
Yeah.
people have an association with reading in the toilet. So they go to a bookstore and the association is in their head. There's neural pathways. Are like you see a book, you're taking a shit. It's like because some people
Right,
that's all
yeah.
time they read. They only read on the toilet.
right. I know a lot of times, you know, like I don't really do it anymore since the smartphone shit happened, but like back in the day, I used to always have like some kind of like book by the fucking toilet. It was
I
like,
read-
you know, one of those toilet readers, you know, like it had like dirty jokes or some bullshit, you know.
Yeah, that was quite common. I mean, there's books that were just marketed exclusively for like, hey, when you're taking a shit. read
Another
this.
thing about being in the bookstore that might fucking encourage like shitting is, you know, a lot of times these stupid fucking bookstores, they got these shelves that are way down super low, and then you got to crouch down to get them, and you're kind of like in a shitting pose at that point. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you think maybe the positions of your body?
Yeah, you gotta
in the
go
store.
you gotta go fucking down low to try to see like what the fuck books are down there.
And he's like, oh shit, his guts are going. Brrr, brrr. Maybe. I don't know. I really don't know, TJ. I really don't know.
I don't know either. What is this? Words, 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 words. Ah, yes. North Dakotan word syndrome. It's where you fucking say the word words in your head over and over again and have a mental
Semantic
breakdown.
Semantic satiation, TJ.
Semantic semantic satiation. Semantic satiation.
This one actually might afflict you, TJ.
Semantic satiation.
It is a bizarre scourge, TJ, afflicting
a
editors
scourge.
and writers, casual readers, and pretty much anyone.
Whatever this is, I'm already just gonna fucking put forth that I have it because I can just tell by the way it's being talked about that I probably have whatever the fuck this is.
Pondering a word for a length of time.
Oh yeah.
So here's an exercise for everyone here. I want you
Dude.
to consider the word flower.
Yeah.
Flower. FLOWER.
So I don't know if I have this
Flowers.
specific thing. Can it be phrases too? Or does this have to be individual words?
I'm pretty sure it's an individual word.
Okay. Well, I have something very similar where like a certain word or phrase will get stuck in my mind. Like, okay,
But you don't know what it is yet.
lately, you don't know what is yet.
You don't know what the phenomena is yet.
Oh, I don't? Okay. But I'm going to tell you something similar anyway,
Sure.
just based on what you've already told me. So like, I will do this weird thing where like I will gravitate towards some kind of nonsense word and just say it in every situation for like years at a time, and then all of a sudden it just changes.
Yeah.
Currently, it's spaghetti. I just say spaghetti all the fucking time, regardless of what the fuck is going on, and I'll just be like, people be like saying something to me, and I'll just be like, yeah, spaghetti, and they'll just be like, all right.
You used to
cool.
one where it was like skibbity izzard or some shit. You was
skibbity gibbert or something.
yeah,
and
skibbity
then
gibbert. You would like hey,
spatula.
what's up?
It was spatulas for a while. It was penguins for a
You
while.
used to obsess with spatulas, dude. The day it rained spatulas.
Spatula.
But TJ, I want you to consider the word flower, though. Going back to this
Flower.
flowers in the
I'll tell you
field.
one more thing before you go on. I want to tell you one more thing before you get to flowers, okay?
Flowers, TJ.
So there's this horrible other thing that's kind of related that happens to me where like I will say some sort of gibberish phrase in my mind and it will not leave. And I just cannot stop. and I'll just be like obsessively saying the same phrase in my mind over and over and over and over and over again. It's like a song. It's like when a song gets stuck in your head, but it's a phrase, and it's never anything that makes any sense. And it's usually something I just made up. Sometimes it'll be like a line from a movie or something, but a lot of times it's just some shit I made up. And the one that really fucking gets stuck in my head a lot, and I don't know, I just be like, the feline made a beeline for that key lime. And that'll just play, that fucking sentence will play over and over again. Feline made a beeline for that key lime. Feline made a beeline for that key lime. I'm going insane.
I mean, going.
And I hate it. Sounds like you have ADHD. Yeah, well, I'm diagnosed with ADHD. I officially have that.
So now, TJ, we go back to the word flower.
Flower.
Flowers.
Flower.
The flowers in the field.
The flowers in the
grass.
field.
Flower.
Flower in the grass.
Flower.
Flower in your
Flower.
ass.
Flower. Flower. Flower.
Flower. Flower.
Did the word just disintegrate before your eyes, become strange, incomprehensible, or a meaningless string of letters? If so, what just happened to you is nothing new. The phenomenon was first described in the American Journal of Psychology in 1907. If a printed word is looked at steadily for some little time, it will be found to take on a curiously strange and foreign aspect. The loss of familiarity in its appearance sometimes make it look like a word in another language. Sometimes proceeds further until the word is a mere collection of letters, and occasionally reaches the extreme where the letters themselves look like meaningless marks on the paper. Or as one of my favorite sources of information, Urban Dictionary, succinctly describes, when you say a word so much, it starts to sound fucking weird.
The feline made a beeline for that key lime. I've never actually had this, so thankfully this is something I don't have.
It's a bunch of other weird shit.
Words don't do that for me. If I can look at the word flower from now until the fucking cows come home, and it'll always look like the word flower to me.
I used to do this when I was a kid. So it does happen to people.
You're stupid. When you were a kid, you were stupid, and you grew up to be stupider than then. Bitch.
Over the years, TJ, this mental literary fail has gone by
becoming
many names.
Cthulhu? No, that's ridiculous.
Come on. Work, decrement, extinction, reminiscence, verbal transformation, excuse me. But the best known and recognized term Cthulhu Awakens.
All right. Sorry.
Here.
ADHD.
But the best known and recognized term is semantic satiation. Leon James, a professor of psychology at the University of Hawaii's College of Social Sciences,
are so satiating. Oh!
coined the term in 1962. In James's doctoral thesis on the subject at McGill University, he conducted a variety of experiments to explore how the concept affects thinking.
It doesn't.
It's a kind of fatigue, James says. It's called reactive inhibition. When a brain cell fires, it takes more energy to fire the second time, and still more the third time, and finally the fourth time, it won't even respond unless you wait a few seconds.
Stop speed bumping the show. I didn't do nothing. You're the one speed bumping it, throwing your dumbass comments out there.
So that kind of reactive inhibition that was known as an effect on brain cells is what attracted me to the idea that if you repeat a word, the meaning of the word keeps being repeated and becomes refractory or more resistant to being elicited again and again. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't have that one. I don't know.
Yeah, so obviously not every phenomenon is going to happen to every person.
Do you have it?
No, not really.
Have you?
I'm more like you. I have I'll get the songs or phrases and shit stuck in my head.
Yeah, I have no experience with this personally. Some people in the chat seem like they know about it, but yeah, I never had this. I don't know.
No, you never had. Okay.
Pretty weird though.
Let's see. So according to James, any work can fall prey to semantic satiation, but the amount of time before words begin to lose their meaning can vary. For example, a words that elicit strong dramatic connotations or emotions, think explosion, that seem to lack this satiation effect because your brain focuses on and cycles through other associations with the word, less in an otherwise speedy pathway to bewilderment. And as the stimulus is presented again and again, you get more resistant to the stimuli. James recalled an early study that presented a sleeping cat with a tone. The cat immediately woke up. What the fuck's that noise? But as they played the tone again and again, the cat took a little longer each time to wake up.
And eventually the tone just doesn't, the cat
Yeah.
doesn't even pay notice.
just-
to
it just
like,
keeps on
it's just
sleeping.
it's just that tone. Who
But when the
cares?
tone was varied, even just slightly, of course, the cat sprang immediately into action. Oh, what's that noise?
Interesting.
Now here's one.
Yeah, so I've never had that with I don't know, with words, but yeah, I guess I get the concept.
Yeah. This is one I think a lot more people are definitely guilty of.
Yes, masturbating on your couch disease.
The pornography effect. No. This is
It has been noted that in humans, sometimes you'll sit on your couch with your laptop and look at pornography and jerk off.
Wow, shocking.
Crazy phenomenon.
This is the online disinhibition effect.
Online disinhibition effect.
This occurs when we fail to regulate our impulses, feel less restrained, and feel more open to self-expression because of the anonymity and distance the internet provides.
Yes. Anonymity and distance.
Online personas are different from real-world personas because the internet offers anonymity, of course, and psychological distance that allows us to lower our filters, increase impulsivity and aggression, drop inhibitions. So, I mean, of course, like behind a screen, you're just going to feel like, hey, I can be a troll, or I'm
invincible now.
Yeah, I can be whatever I want to be. I can assume whatever persona I want to.
Yeah.
Hiding behind the screen, we feel we can do things with fewer consequences and lesser judgment, which, I mean, of course, a lot of people can't.
And that's when you see the dark underbelly of humanity.
Oh, yes, definitely. ODE is why people become keyboard warriors or become mean and rude when they have a digital mask on. The anonymity or digital cloaks we put on, much like the invisibility cloak from Harry Potter. I didn't write that. Makes it easier for us to magnify our emotions. We believe we can get away without facing the consequences of our actions. So obviously, we feel it's almost consequence free. I mean, we know that's not always the case. Obviously, you can still be found on the internet. You can still be tracked down. But we feel it's much less likely to face any sort of social repercussions or consequences from our actions online. Shift blame or easily disown our own actions. I didn't do that. That was my internet shit. Because it becomes harder to verify who did what. In extreme cases, the mentality is, if no one knows who I am, I don't need to care about what I do. It's like, I'm to the internet. Who cares? I'm just some random troll. I'm just some faceless person in a crowd or a sea of people. So what causes the online disinhibition effect, TJ? What do you think it is? You have any ideas?
I think it's that I don't know, people are like super repressed in their day-to-day lives and they can't really say what they want to. And so the second that there's a place where they have the ability to do that, all of their fucking like all the bullshit that they hang on to and like hold back during their daily lives just comes out.
Yeah, their inhibitions
in a fucking torrent of like crazed bullshit.
See, here's I'm shy in real life, but online I can be very open. Perfect example. So, researchers have identified at least 6 factors that create ODE. Studies suggest that online behavior and identity are not true reflections of character. So, the first is disassociative anonymity. When people go online with significant amount of anonymity, they disassociate from their real identity, making them feel less vulnerable. That discourages self-guarding behavior and encourages self-disclosing behavior. People's online identity becomes compartmentalized versions of the self, removed from material reality. Once disassociated from reality, related morals, ethics, and norms can change too. It is easier for people to shrug responsibility for negative actions and not accept publicly verifiable responsibility by denying actions, using smokescreens, or playing the blame game.
Yeah, maybe everyone just has to be fucking. You're allowed to say whatever you want online, total freedom of speech, but you gotta be. Everything you post is under your own name, your address is known and shit. Everybody's doxxed, everybody's fucking exposed. But say whatever you want. Go ahead. You know, let's see how bold you really are. TJ is reading chat. I am not reading the chat. I don't even know what you fuckers are saying. Oh
What
wait,
the hell? TJ looks
how would
disgusting.
I fucking see? TJ looks disgusting.
How?
Why? What did I do? Oh, disgusted. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this person said disgusting. Fuck you.
That's what I was reading.
You're a piece of shit. I hate you. You're going in timeout. That's rude. Don't be mean. I have
Don't be mean
feelings
to
too,
TJ.
you prick. Don't become disinhibited. Because in real life, not only would you not find me disgusting, you would be on your fucking knees right now sucking my fucking dick.
You'd be like, wow, TJ, you're super attractive.
You'd be like, wow, TJ, you're the most attractive dude I've ever seen. I want to suck your fucking cock so bad. I'd be like, all right, I guess you can.
The second
Son of a
reason
bitch.
identified is invisibility. When dealing with it, just a username and text-based content like comments, posts, or surveys, there's a perceived psychological.
TJ,
and
you get
physical
murdered in a week if that
invisibility.
happened. Wait, you do know my real name, you stupid fuck. You already know who I am already. I'm already doing that.
Yeah, that's yeah, I don't get that.
Okay.
Cause trouble. I generally like what you have to say, but that makes no sense.
That didn't make a damn lick of sense, you stupid fuck.
TJ's been doxxed and everything else, so
Yeah, I'm already here. I'm here to say
Yeah,
what
like,
I
I don't
fucking
know.
want. I don't give a shit.
So surveys, there is a perceived psychological and physical invisibility due to the lack of eye contact, facial expressions, body language movement, etc.
I have a great beard too. Peyton,
People feel
get
gutsy.
the fuck out. You know
Less
what? Hey, you're getting timed out for that. Time out. Think about what you said.
Damn, TJ, you're a cool guy. People feel gutsy, less scared, and more motivated to take risks because of that. This invisibility is one of the main reasons people create safe spaces to share their thoughts and experiences. The value of invisibility is so high in some communities that explicit rules prevent doxing, which of course we all know what that is. Asynchronicity. Online communication occurs asynchronously, which means that they take place with an unpredictable gap between two interactions. We can reply to an email 10 days late or have a real-time conversation in WhatsApp or text messaging. Then we can suddenly pause the conversation for several hours or days. When we don't wish to continue a conversation immediately, we can disinhibit because it disconnects us from the conversational feedback loop. A continuously flowing conversation has many elements coming from multiple people that guide the conversation. The flow promotes certain conversational elements and discourages some elements. Asynchronous disconnection kills the feedback loop and prevents a natural response to an earlier message. Solipsistic introjection. The lack of face-to-face cues and real-time feedback between people can lead to fuzzy self-boundaries. In some sense, other people then become a part of one's shared mind via the internet. Their thoughts feel like our own thoughts, called introjection, which occur within the shared cyberspace. So it's like we become almost like a hive mind. We all kind of blend together.
We are the Borg.
And you see this a lot with like people like you and Paul famously. I'm gonna go on a diet. I'm gonna do this, and then you suddenly have tons of people giving you advice, tons of people relating to you. This is how you should do it. You should, like this is how you should live your life. This is how you should
Oh
make a
man,
decision.
dude, 1 meal a day. Oh man, oh man. I had an OMAD guy. He would not leave me alone, and I banned him because he was pissing me off. But honestly, since then I've actually started to consider like maybe I should try OMAD.
Maybe your shared cyberspace psychologically
who fucking knows?
affected you. This one's actually kind of similar to the first one, which was disassociative anonymity. This is dissociative imagination. One way to look at going online is escaping from reality, where people get to create their own new modified versions. This imagined self that one portrays over the internet is disconnected from the physical self. This version of the self can evolve differently from the biological self. It can adopt new behaviors that follow a different set of rules. The motivation to create that identity could be an unmet psychological needs that amplify one's self-worth or assertiveness, or fantasies or wishes that allow bold behaviors because they seem attractive. This associative imagination could be a coping mechanism. So you,
Cool.
So you make yourself into something you're not, essentially.
I think that you make yourself into something you're not in the real world.
You
the
probably
real
do.
self comes out in the fucking the fucking no inhibition environment is where the fucking real self starts to come out.
Maybe.
IMO.
Psychological theory.
If there is a real
seems to
self,
disagree with you.
I don't really fucking feel like there is a real self anyway, but I feel
Well,
like
your
different
physical self, like your
people
biological.
behave differently in different conditions. It's just like, hey, the conditions here are this way, so you do this thing. The conditions here are this way, so you do this thing. There's no real self or fake self. There's just like different iterations of self that are contingent upon different fucking stimuli. IMO.
At number 6, TJ, minimization of authority.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Minimize authority, destroy
On
authority.
the internet,
burn
status and
authority.
social classes are ambiguous, and social hierarchies based on age, experience, respect, fame, expertise, etc. mean little in most contexts, unless they are particularly relevant to an online post. At most places on the internet, people have an equal opportunity to share what they want to share. Many times, such sharing is limited to particular, social classes.
Particular individuals.
Yeah, is limited. Let's see where. God damn you, TJ.
Particular individual situation.
At many times, such sharing is limited to particular social classes in the material world, and authority figures can effectively use their authority to exert dominance in the same way they can in material life, using body language, clothing, voice, etc.
All right, I get that we live in a material world, Scotty, but are
Yeah.
you a material girl? That's my question.
I mean, obviously, who isn't?
Okay.
The minimized effects of authority and status encourage people to voice their thoughts freely in ways they like, sometimes in a crass, rebellious way, sometimes in judgment-free ways. It helps the disadvantaged and stereotype people express freely without worrying about the hurdles in real life. So kind of plays into what you were saying.
Yeah.
And the last one, dude, surprisingly, kind of
The
tragic.
Tetris Effect.
Yep, you already know it. But we actually all, like, when we first moved back to Louisiana years and years ago, watched this video of this guy Jonas. Who was
Another Tetris for Jonas?
He actually passed away though recently. Like last year. Yep, Jonas is dead. He died suddenly.
What?
Yep. I know.
Oh.
I had the same reaction. I found out
But
this.
he's just what?
I know.
Why? He looks fine. What happened to him?
Oh, boom, Tetris for Jeff. Boom, Tetris for Jeff.
Jonas has a
Jonas.
Come on, Jonas.
Boom, Tetris for Jonas. Boom, Tetris for Jonas. Boom, Jeff gets a Tetris too. For another Tetris, boom, Tetris for Jonas.
Tetris for Jonas.
Why is Jonas dead? What?
Jonas
Dude,
is
you made that
dead.
up, right? Jonas
not.
isn't really dead.
Jonas suddenly collapsed last year. It's believed he had a heart condition. He just lost consciousness and he died. And
Oh man, you're right. He's dead.
yep, Jonas died.
Why?
Unfortunately. Oh, you thought I made it up?
Yeah, I thought you were just fucking.
No, I'm not.
fucking with me, man.
This is not kayfabe. Jonas, unfortunately,
What?
is 7-time Tetris champion in the U.S. Passed away. So Tetris
Aw,
Effect, also
man.
known as Tetris syndrome. I've actually experienced this one.
He was only fucking 39. Huh? Man.
This is where a person devoting a large amount of time to a particular pattern-based activity, of course, in this case, the most famous is Tetris, will start unconsciously thinking and dreaming about it. TJ, I know you like to play Tetris. Has this ever happened to you?
Man.
He's just still broken up. He's not even listening to what I'm
I'm
saying.
still fucking stuck. I need some time to process this, man.
All right, I'll just plow ahead. I was asking if this ever
Fucking
happened to you.
Jonas Neubauer fucking got. I love
Jonas
this
is-
guy. He was a fucking
Well, you
bomb ass
loved him.
Tetris player, and now he just fucking passed out. He's just walking around.
Yep,
One
just-
minute he's fine, thinking
One
about
minute
his next fucking. He's gonna win the Tetris tournament again, and then bam, just dead.
Yeah.
What a sad fucking story.
So I've definitely
Man.
dreamed about Tetris because I
Yeah,
had a
if you,
phase
if
where I
you,
played
if you play
Tetris a
Tetris
bunch.
enough, you'll start having Tetris dreams, and then weirdly enough, you'll be better at Tetris after the dreams.
Now, I will use a racism, which is pretty rare for me. I played so much Tetris at one point in my life, I could beat the random Asian people that I was paired with on the Tetris.
39 might be old to you, but it's certainly pretty young to die. Like that is well below the life expectancy of a person.
Oh, dude, but yeah, like if you play this enough, you will start dreaming about different blocks you're going to get.
Dude, I had some fucking. You get weird dreams. You ever have dreams where you get like Tetris blocks that like don't exist and fit nowhere and shit?
Oh yeah, dude. Like, and then like you're seeing in your mind. It's like, where can I go? Where can I go? And it's like you're just watching it go down slower, and it's like, oh shit, I'm fucked.
There's nothing I can do.
Then there's times where it's like you're just like, I've had dreams where I just get Tetris after Tetris, like Tetris, yes, Tetris, yes. I'm like, it's like always clear. After I have to hit that Tetris, it's like boom, perfect. Then it's like I stack the blocks again. It's like Tetris, boom, clear. That's just dude, that's like one of the most satisfying dreams I've ever had. People who play Tetris for a prolonged amount of time can find themselves thinking about different ways and shapes in the real world can fit together. Yeah, you definitely see that.
What up? I'm playing Tetris right now.
You should.
Yeah. Nah, it's too
All right,
loud.
share your
Can't do it.
screen.
I can't do it right now. It's too loud.
Oh, you suck.
Too loud.
So obviously, you start putting things together in real life. And honestly, anytime I have to moving something or raging something, I always say like I got Tetris it, and I honestly will kind of see that in my own actual life.
Yeah, I mean Tetris fucking teaches you about spatial relationships and shit.
It does.
You gotta pack a box or something. Tetris comes in handy. You'd be like, all right, time to play some fucking IRL Tetris.
Yeah, so you can see how it applies to even the real world, such as boxes on a supermarket shelf, the buildings on a street, or even hallucinating pieces that can be generated and falling into place in invisible layout. I've definitely done that. The Tetris effect can occur with other video games. It has been known to occur with non-video games, such as illusions of curved lines after doing a jigsaw puzzle, the checker pattern of a chessboard, or imagining chess pieces in unrelated objects or phenomena, or the involuntary mental visualization of a Rubik's Cube algorithms common among speed cubers, which are people who aim to solve Rubik's Cubes as quickly as possible.
I'm just impressed that anyone can solve those fucking things at all.
You know what this one is, TJ?
Driving at night syndrome.
Highway hypnosis.
I get this.
Ooh, highway hypnosis.
I get highway hypnosis bad. I have to like really be careful about. I cannot, if I'm driving a car at night, I can do it, but I cannot stare straight forward. If I stare straight forward, I will fucking go into a trance. Now, it doesn't really seem to matter. Like, I don't go off the road or anything. I continue to drive just fine.
Yeah.
But like, I'll be driving and I'll just be like,
I'm driving.
I'll even like change lanes and stuff.
Oh,
and like
dude.
You know, all kinds of stuff. But then I'll realize like all of a sudden I'll come out of it and just be like, whoa, Jesus fucking Christ. I haven't been aware of anything I've been doing for the last like hour and a half. Holy shit.
Oh, dude. Having driven across the country.
And then you get that,
Dude, me and you've driven across the country several times, TJ, and like I can tell you, there's hours. There was hours of like you were driving or me driving that like my conscious mind was not like I'm driving.
My conscious mind just like receded back. It's like you're just like, okay, I'm taking a break.
Yeah,
you go ahead and drive.
Big fat titties, do 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 do, and it's like oh shit, I'm driving. It's like wait a minute.
It's fucking crazy. I mean, it's basically like a form of sleep, I think. It's like when you're sleeping, but like the only part of you that's awake is the part that's driving the car.
How hypnosis is the mental state, or is a mental state, excuse me, in which the person can drive an automobile great distances, responding to external events such as, in the expected manner with no recollection of having consciously done so. In this state, the driver's conscious mind is apparently fully focused elsewhere, with seemingly direct processing of the mass information needed to drive safely. Highway hypnosis is just one manifestation of a relatively commonplace experience where the conscious and subconscious minds appear to concentrate on different things. Workers performing simple and repetitive tasks, people deprived of sleep are likely to experience similar symptoms. So basically, it's like your subconscious mind's like, look, I'll just take over the driving. TJ's like, I'm thinking about, I don't know. What do you think about TJ? Giant asses?
I mean, like, when it happens to me, I ain't thinking about anything. I literally just vanish. Like any like sense of individuality or like TJ-ness just disappears from me, and I just become like the void. And just like, you know, and then all of a sudden I just snap out of it, and I'll be like, oh fuck.
Okay, so when you experience it, you're primarily just like,
no, I basically just like recede. I think my brain is just like, well, I'm going to sleep. I'm leaving the part of me that drives this car here, but the rest of me is going night night.
Yeah. See ya. I'll come back in when I stop.
Dude, it is. It's like ego death. It's like the only situation. Honestly, it's the only situation where I do experience that. It's like meditative, like hypnosis shit, where like I just totally vanish from the equation.
It's not scary though. It's really not. It's really just
scary
something
for me, but only when I wake up. Like it's the moment when I realize it's happening, and I realize that I've been driving for like an hour and a half, 2 hours without having any sort of like sense of self or identity or like conscious awareness of anything, that moment is scary. But like while it's happening, there's no emotion to it whatsoever.
I've never really been scared by it. To me, it's just like I figured, like, look, this is such a simple task, but it's super repetitive. So my brain's just like going, like, all I have to do is keep this car in between these lines. I have to pass people occasionally, and I don't want to hit another car. You know, that's about it. And like maybe I maintain my speed if I'm not using cruise control. So, but it's like,
Sentience is overrated. No, I have not watched the Rick and Morty from last night yet. It doesn't come on. I mean, I don't know. I have it on Prime or somewhere. I can't remember where I have it, but
is it on HBO Max still, or is it?
I don't know. I don't know where you get the new ones at. But I just have it on. I just bought like the season. So I just watch it there.
Let's see. In some parts of the southern United States, the phenomenon is called white line fever, in reference to the white lines painted on asphalt. Building on the theories of Ernest Tilgard, 1986 and 1992, that hypothesis is an altered state of awareness. Some theorists hold that consciousness can develop hypnotic disassociation. And in the example of highway hypnosis, our stream of consciousness is driving the car, while the other stream of consciousness is dealing with other matters. Amnesia can even develop for the disassociated consciousness that drove the automobile. The phenomenon is an example of what cognitive psychologists would call automacity. So almost like you're basically on your stream of consciousness. TJ is basically on autopilot. In other words, you're like, and that's all I have about these. There's actually plenty more of these. Like a famous one is like the Streisand effect. That's definitely a psychological phenomenon. There's a ton of other ones, dude. Like, so there's not even a shortage of these.
Well, yeah, human beings are pretty fucking weird, complicated,
We're pretty weird creatures and shit. And I think that's about, I think that's what I've got. Unless there's something else you want to pull or you have to add, TJ. That's it, dude.
Yeah, well, I have one more thing to add, all right?
What's that?
I have one more goddamn thing I want to add to this.
Oh, yeah, guys, before T does that, like this video and shit.
Yeah, you need to like the video and you need to, I don't know, whatever else you need to do. Do your fucking shit.
Yeah, do all the shit you guys need to do. You guys are watching right now.
We're about to go do a grease trap on Patreon. So if you guys want to check us out on our Patreon.
Yeah, if you're patrons, not patrons, go join us.
If you're not a patron already, join the Patreon, $7 a month, or you can get an annual membership for, I think you get 2 months free if you do the annual membership. But
yeah, if you are a patron, like, don't go miss that. Just you want the shit to keep going, just join us over there.
TJ, yes, it's me. It is I. So check it out.
It's TJ Kirk.
Check this though.
He's a fucking jerk.
That's true. Check this though, Scotty.
What is it?
Hey, hun, can a blonde and a redhead have a kid with black hair? Nope, someone cheated. What?
What the fuck, dude?
Now, I don't know if that's genetically accurate. I don't think it is.
Dude,
but...
I think it can happen. But, I mean, if anyone cheated, it was the mom for sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, she gave birth to her. So,
so, like, I mean, the dad, I don't blame
him. Who's Violet's real father? That's the question.
I don't know.
That is for sure how genetics work. I'm going to go with it because it's funnier.
Yeah, it's not how genetics work, but for this example listed here, it is how genetics work.
I don't really know how that works with that because I don't know if black hair is a recessive or dominant gene or whatever the fuck, but
it's unlikely to happen, but I don't think it's impossible.
All right.
There's people there's people of different races who have children that look completely different than them.
I don't. Yeah,
you can be black and have a white baby. You can be white and have a black baby. Or
all
a brown
cheaters.
Baby.
That's what's going on there.
Yeah, look, she was fucking his wife fucked around with Mr. Incredible. I'm sorry.
South Park did it. South Park did it. All right, y'all. We're gonna be doing a grease trap in like 5, 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Very near future. We'll see you there. But yeah.
Yeah, like the stream, do all that shit.
Give it a thumbs up. Give it some love. Show it some love. Diss on Peyton in the comments. Goodbye.
Tell Peyton he's a piece of shit. Bye, guys.
Yeah.